It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee. So don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Hello and welcome to the Monday KVJ Show. How the heck is everybody doing here today? Yeah.
Good morning.
How was everybody's weekend? Was it fantastic?
Busy.
Yeah? Okay, I know Bird's got a lot to report. He went on a big adventure to Orlando.
Look at you.
Old Megacon.
Megacon was a lot of fun. I forgot my gi, which sucked. I had a whole bag of stuff that I was at my buddy's house before. I was kind of running around. By the time everyone got to my house to go to Orlando, I'm like, oh, rats, my gi.
Oh, no.
So that was one of the things I did regret. I thought they'd be selling gis there.
Oh, yeah?
They were not.
Really? They didn't have a gi warehouse?
I didn't see any.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
It's BYOD.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
Wow,
yes, it is. Yes, it is. So we'll get caught up with that. See what everybody else did of excitement this weekend. Suits has got a movie review for us coming up here, the Gen Z movie review. So we'll get to all that. If you're waking up this morning, you can dial it up right now. If you want to watch us on KVJ TV, go KVJShow.tv and you can see us right now.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Y'all know how I'm really into dreams, and I always try to kind of figure out what's going on with dreams. Now, I know you say you don't remember a lot of your dreams, Kev.
Yeah.
When you do dream, do you dream in your house? So if you're in a dream, would it be in the house you're living at now, or would it flash back to an old house you used to live in? How does that work for you?
I don't know that a lot of my dreams are in my houses where I live. They're usually out somewhere. But yeah, if I do, I don't know. It's probably in my own house.
Do you have any kind of information on that, Virginia? If you're dreaming, are you dreaming of your house in Tequesta?
I bounce all over. I've had dreams where I'm back in my childhood home. I've had dreams where I'm at LSU. I've had dreams where I'm all over.
Yeah, I typically have dreams where I'm in Lake Park or my first round of living in Palm Beach Gardens when I was a teenager, but never any of the townhouses or the apartments that I've ever lived at, it feels like. And just recently, I started dreaming of the house I live in now. All weekend long, I had dreams about the house I'm in now, and that is new for me. And I'm just wondering, when does that change for a person? When do they make that? All of a sudden, they're shifting to where if a murderer breaks in, they're in the house I'm living at now. Typically, it's the house I grew up in, or one when I was 19 or 20. Now it is my own.
You're growing up, pumpkin.
Yeah, look at that. Huh?
I don't know if that's what that means, though.
I don't know either.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I always like when you and the audience is dream analysis.
Maybe you have to be there a little bit before your subconscious starts putting it into the rotation.
Yeah, it was a really weird dream. I think it was an ex-girlfriend in my dream, and we were having this big dinner in the living room. And I was introducing her to all these people, and I'd said, she had said something. I go, oh, we love each other so much. She goes, you don't love me. And then,
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, and then I woke up. But it was in the new house. It was very odd. Very odd dream.
Yeah.
Even in your dream, you got walls.
Yeah, I guess so.
But just can't climb these walls even in your dream.
Yeah.
But I thought it was odd. All of a sudden, there's that shift. If there's any dream experts out there, I'd love to hear you.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, this is it. The last week of school for the kiddos. I'm so excited.
Yeah, Palm Beach County.
We've got a big weekend coming up. So this weekend, last day of school, and then Rocco does more live performances at Swampgrass Willie's.
Nice.
It's Magnolia's birthday. And
Wow.
it's Memorial Day.
Wow. Okay.
So this is going to be a very action-packed weekend. Don't snooze on it. So a week from today, we have that day off. It's
And-
a 3-day weekend, baby.
Don't forget,
right.
I think the weekend after that, aren't we going up to St. Augustine?
We are.
Dang. Busy.
I love to have things to look forward to. It's fun to have like, oh, we're going to do this party here. We're going to do that party there.
You got to.
I get all jazzed. Mm-hmm. Big weekend.
Good stuff. That's good stuff. What I got on my mind here today, I don't know if this has ever happened to you guys, but this is just kind of a weird, what are the odds of that kind of moment? I was with the fam on Friday, and we were just kind of chilling out, having a little happy hour stuff, some snacks, and my son was getting some pizza and whatnot. We were just talking about things coming up, kind of working out our summer plans and what was going to be happening in the fall. You know, we're big football fans, and so we're trying to figure out what games to go to. And I was talking about this one game I'm really looking at. It's Notre Dame is coming to play Ohio State in Columbus, and that's going to be a huge game. And so, you know, it's going to be a night game, and it's going to be broadcast nationally, and ESPN show's going to be there. And I was talking to Cannon, my son, and I said, I wonder if the Fox pregame show is going to be there. And he's like, I don't know, why don't you ask Brady Quinn? I'm like, well, I would if he were here. And he's like, he's right over there. And I'm like, I turn around, I'm like, sure enough, the guy who's on the show was sitting like 2 tables behind me with his back turned to me. I'm like, what are the odds of that?
What restaurant was it?
It was at Grotto in West
Oh,
Palm
I
Beach.
love Grotto.
Yeah. And
That's
I was just like,
cool.
well, it's just such a weird moment because I'm like, what are the odds of you're talking about somebody and something? And I thought he was like, I'm like, what do you mean ask him? He's like, just turn around. He's right there. I'm like, because the guy, I don't know if he has any ties to Palm Beach. I think he lives in
crazy.
Columbus. He went to Notre Dame, so I don't know why he would be here. But I'm just like, what are the odds of that?
Huh.
Yeah, just kind of like one of those weird moments.
Did you go over and say anything?
Well, that's always a debate. I did not. No, I did not. He was with his wife and another couple, and so I just, it is, you know, and he was sitting in a way that they were kind of against the wall. His back was turned to the whole restaurant. So if you're looking, because I'm like, well, I don't know, is that him? And then he turned to the side. I'm like, that is him. How crazy is
You'd
that?
have to have sneak attacked him. Hey, touch him on the back. Yes, turn around awkwardly.
It would have been so, and you can kind of tell. I think he was probably positioned that way so that hopefully nobody would see him and bother him. So I'm like, he's kind of sending that.
you should have got a picture of the back of his head. Those always do well.
I could have, yeah.
Would have been uncomfortable if you'd have tapped him on the back and he's turning around in mid-bite of something. So, how's it going?
Well, that was kind of debate because he hadn't been served food yet. So there wasn't any food going on. They were just kind of sitting there and they were just relaxed having a conversation. But the last thing they want to do is have some dude come up and be like, hey, you going to be at the Buckeye game?
You know what you could have done?
What's that?
Send him over a drink. Find
Okay.
the waitress that's waiting on his table and say, hey, I'd like to buy that guy a drink. I love what he does. He's a TV guy. Tell the
Okay.
waitress that. And the waitress will say, oh, okay, I'll go over there and she'll buy his next drink courtesy of you. And then maybe he'll turn around to thank you.
I don't know, dog. It's 2022. People are weird out there. It's probably thinking, oh, man, this guy's spiking my drink. What is
Well,
this?
it's not coming from Kevin, the waitress that's waiting on him
Right.
who gives it to him.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to do with the actual touching of the drink.
Yeah, it's he was doing water. I don't even know if the dude was drinking because I was kind of keeping an eye on that. He's like a chiseled Greek
He was
god.
doing water? That's kinda
yeah,
lame.
He may not even drink.
Never mind. We don't want to talk to him.
Tell
Yeah.
that guy I'm in recovery.
Right. That's the only thing where I'm kind of a little uneasy about. Like, I guess you'd have to ask, be okay, if they order any drink or, you know, don't want to pick up the meal. That's way too expensive. But
It is a cool move, though, if you're able to have
is.
it go smooth to where they send the drink over and all the person has to do is give you one of those movie nods. Like, oh, thank you. Rob."
thank you.
Yeah, if it goes smooth.
If he's
Yeah.
not drinking, you could send over like a fun appetizer. I don't know.
That's-
Do something. Get noticed.
that seems like the best way if you're going to try anything to try to approach somebody who's got their back turned to the entire restaurant.
Send over some pickle chips.
I mean, if you send me over pickle chips or mott sticks,
You're going to get up and say thanks.
I'm going to hug. I'll do whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just it. Not knowing what they really would want. Like I said, he's a very healthy individual.
So, also cited out and about this weekend, people in Tequesta were sending me pictures of your boy, Jason Aldean.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he was up at Tiki 52.
Was he? Okay.
And people sent us pictures. I put it on our Insta story.
Wow.
I guess he's been all over like the Jupiter area. Somebody
Really?
said
Okay.
Somebody said he was buying a place on Jupiter Island.
Okay, he probably could. Yeah, he's an A-lister in country music. He's got one of the massive bars that is in Nashville. If you go down to Broadway.
It doesn't suck to be him.
No, it doesn't. No, the guy's raking in some cash, so he would have the money to do that. Always love to hear the celebrity sightings. If you have one from over the weekend, you can let us know about it. You can hit us up, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. And they had said that the travel and tourism is doing great in Florida. In fact, they're breaking some records here for the first 3 months.
Nice.
So that's always great news that that stuff's going on. It looks like it's back to pre-pandemic levels.
Oh my gosh. You would not believe how many people were at Megacon. And then I saw articles the next day about how nobody could park. They'd never seen this many people before.
Really? Wow.
It was packed.
Yeah, people are going out like crazy and all kinds of record numbers. They say that Florida is now registering almost 45% of the U.S. market share for international tourism, the highest market share in history. And Florida is 20 points higher than the number 2 state, New York. So we had 36 million visitors between January and March. So they're out. And the cool thing about it, too, is they're saying that they're noticing that more and more people are not as transient during season. They said before the pandemic, about 40 or 50% of country club members were full-time residents. Now they think that number's around 75%.
Yeah,
so less people are going north.
They're staying and they're buying all your houses.
Yeah, that's what it is. They did. They came and bought, and they're not going anywhere. They like it here. So there you go. Harry Styles dropped his new album on Friday. I was kind of tracking through it a little bit over the weekend, and it's solid. It's good. I mean, I think that's the best song on it.
That is my cut, man.
Yeah.
I love that song.
That is a great song. Yeah, there was a couple others that were decent. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how many smash hits he has off of it.
Was it a soft rock kind of feel, the whole vibe?
Yeah, it does kind of have that. Yeah, that's kind of his styling. So I do welcome that. So very nice. But yeah, that's the best song. But it's a solid album. If you want to go check it out, it is out there for you to download right now. I got a couple of texts about Jason Aldean, big old country star. He's an A-lister, and people are noticing that he was all over Jensen Beach and Stewart. They say last night they went to Benihana for dinner.
Oh. So fun.
And people are saying they just bought a house here on the beach, and people are saying it's Stewart, possibly Sailfish Point. So there you go.
What's his big song? Can you give us a taste of an Aldean?
Jason Aldean has so many big songs. I mean, there's like 25.
All right, so he's a big one.
Yeah, he's, like I said, dude is an A-lister. So yeah, you can't narrow it to just one. All right, Suits always does his little movie review from the younger perspective, looking at some of the old classics, which ones actually hold up and which ones do not. What was the movie that you watched over the weekend, Suits?
Well, I know it hasn't gone too well doing this, but I dove back into comedy this weekend from the 80s.
Okay.
I went for a movie I know you guys love, Coming to America with Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Classic.
It's a great movie.
Okay.
That is a funny movie. That is one that holds up. Out of all the 80s comedies I've watched, I think I was laughing the most at that one. It was pretty nonstop. Eddie Murphy's great in that.
Yeah,
so is Arsenio Hall, I think, is the other guy. Yeah, I mean, both of them were freaking hilarious.
You know they play multiple roles in that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed that about halfway through, to be honest with you.
About halfway through. Wait a minute.
Oh, hold on one sec. Something's going on here.
That movie does. I saw it recently.
Yeah.
It really is very funny.
It is. It holds up really good.
And I don't think it's got a weird, goofy, over-the-top ending, does it?
No,
I don't think it
No,
was
it
like.
doesn't.
No, it's good. I mean, it's one of those all the way through. If you want to talk about, I think when we were even having that topic about what is arguably perfect movies, you can make that case.
Yeah,
with that
as far as
movie.
comedies go, it was definitely one of the most solid start to finish I've seen, especially from the 80s.
Have you seen Dirty Dancing yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we did do Dirty
Okay, all
Dancing.
right, that's right.
That was I didn't actually hate Dirty Dancing.
Great movie.
I kind of liked it.
Okay, so if you had to get a rating to this movie, what would you put it at?
I'd put that at a solid 90. I
Okay.
really
Yeah.
enjoyed that movie. I was laughing really hard watching that.
That'd be an A.
Yeah.
That's
A
an A.
plus. It
Best
should be.
comedy from the 80s I've watched so far, I think. That holds up the best.
Okay, very cool.
I want to really freak his mind this weekend coming up. What do you think about Seven? We've talked about that one. That's a classic, right?
Yeah, it is, and I'm just wondering through the whole movie, how good is it? Because you always just hear about the big reveal at the end.
It's good.
Is
Kev.
it good all the way through?
It's creepy. Yeah, it is because they have to. Yeah, it's good.
I saw it once, and I think I saw it when it first came out in the theater. So it's been a while.
It's a classic, I think.
It's funny you bring that up. Somebody actually just recommended that movie to me last week, so I was going to ask you guys about it if you thought it was a good pick.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick after a comedy. Let's shake it up a little bit, and it's disturbing.
I like it.
Okay.
Let's disturb our baby.
Let's do it.
Okay. Look forward to that next week. Guess it'll be Tuesday, though, because we got a 3-day weekend.
That's
yes.
right.
That's right. Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. I had a little KVJ poll going on over the weekend, too. Which actor played this role the best? If you had to say Batman, who's done Batman the best? According to KVJ Nation and the poll from over the weekend, 42% said Christian Bale, number one, best Batman.
I'm going Michael Keaton.
He was a close second, 40% for Michael Keaton, and then there's a massive drop-off after that. You got to go all the way back to the 1970s or 60s Batman, Adam West.
He got third.
He got third with 9%, and then Robert Pattinson and then Ben Affleck was fifth with only 3%. Thought he was the best Batman.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow, they do not like Ben.
No, not as Batman. Spider-Man went to Tom Holland, the new Spider-Man. He got 53% of the vote. He does a solid job on there. Tobey Maguire was second with 44%, and nobody likes Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Only 4% of the vote for him. When it came to James Bond, it was kind of a runaway. Sean Connery, number one best Bond, 53% of the vote. Pierce Brosnan was second with 25%. Then Roger Moore got 12%. And what I was surprised, Daniel Craig, the latest Bond, only got 10%. I thought he was a decent Bond.
People love the Piers. They love that guy as Bond. Is his name Piers? What's the second?
Who?
Bronson? What's his name?
What Pierce? Yeah, Pierce.
Pierce.
Yeah.
I'm not really good with names. You know this.
You're thinking Piers Morgan.
I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking.
He would be a terrible Bond, by the
He'd
way.
be terrible.
Piers Morgan should be on.
You're a little doughy. No.
The worst Bond ever.
You're too doughy to be
I
Bond.
would might see the scene with him in it.
When it came to Superman, people love Christopher Reeve the most. 64% of the vote is the best person to play Superman.
I agree.
Then it was Henry Cavill, 29%, Dean Cain at 7%, and nobody's really going for Brandon Routh. I think he only played it like one movie and then gone.
I hated that version. I hated that movie.
Yeah, it didn't do well. When it came to Santa Claus, people like Tim Allen from The Santa Claus the most, 56% of the vote. Richard Attenborough, remember him from Miracle on 34th Street? He got 32% of the vote. Ed Asner from Elf was third with 11%. And then for Jack Ryan, a lot of big names have played the role of Jack Ryan, even on TV. Harrison Ford, number one, 43% of the vote. Then John Krasinski, who plays it on the series that they've done 2 great seasons, and I don't know if they're doing a third.
Jack Ryan's what? It's like a mystery. He's a cop. He's
like an FBI, CIA, maybe a CIA agent. I think he's CIA. 33%. Chris Pine, 17% for his portrayal. Ben Affleck got 6%, so they don't like him there either. And Alec Baldwin only got 2%. I thought he was a good Jack Ryan, and I don't know if that's just because of all the hate people have for Alec Baldwin today. Because he was shooting people, but
I know nothing about Jack Ryan. Do you?
I don't know anything.
they had some really solid movies. Mainly back in the 90s, but like I said, Amazon has that relatively recent show with Krasinski doing it. It's pretty good series. If you want to jump on it and let us know your thoughts, you can do that. Just go to kvjshow.com. Checking in other stuff from over the weekend. Somebody said, my husband and I went to go see Bill Burr on Saturday, and I'm wondering if you've heard anything about the show. He fell real flat on a few of his bits when he got on current topics. There were no laughs, complete silence. He got awkward and then switched to talking about doing mushrooms over the pandemic for like the last hour. We left about 20 minutes early, disappointed.
Wow.
Yeah. I know that's big. I mean,
that's one opinion. I'm anxious to see if a lot of people thought that.
Yeah. I'd be curious what you thought about that or anything else going on over the weekend. You can hit us up, 877-979-WRMF. Just kind of checking in with the weekend, finding out there's a lot of stuff actually that was going on. We'd heard from at least one comment that Bill Burr apparently wasn't great at the amphitheater on Saturday night.
He does a lot of comedy though, sometimes where it does get awkward. I don't know if he cares.
Maybe not. I mean, I think he was like charging about $100 a ticket or more, so he made some good money. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm wondering if a lot of people thought that. If that's going to be the whole...
Yeah, that's only one review, so I don't know. That was just one person that thought the jokes weren't landing and they left 20 minutes early. Lily wanted to know about Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Out. They did the amphitheater on that. I think, was that maybe last night? I think that went down. So I don't even, what does he even do for the Wild 'N Out?
Oh, you've never seen Wild 'N Out, Kev? Oh, man.
Well, I mean, just what does he do for a stage show?
He does...
everything he does on the TV show, he does on that?
You could easily do it.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, no word on how that was. And somebody did drop, we're talking about Jack Ryan just a couple minutes ago, the character and the Amazon Prime show. 2 good seasons, I thought. And apparently somebody said they do have a 3rd and final season coming out. So
I might have to get a little Jack Ryan in my life.
Okay. Looking into that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, if you like that kind of CIA-ish type stuff, then you might be into it. There's a show that, in fact, I asked the question, what popular TV series did you quit, when, and why? And I was just kind of watching through Mad Men. I was in season 2, like episode 3, and I was just like, I don't know. I just wasn't sure I was really feeling it.
I did the same thing with Yellowstone. You jacked me up so much, and everybody did. I was on episode 3. I'm kind of like, oh, they're still fighting about is a casino? What's going on? I forget what's going. I forget the storyline. I was watching 2 things at the same time. It's
basically just a family, the Duttons, trying to hold on to their land in Montana. And it's something you can relate to here in South Florida, where it's all these people with money are coming in and pushing out the people that have been there for a long time. But then the whole irony is like, well, you kind of did the same thing to Native Americans once upon a time. So that's kind of the dynamic of the show.
Yeah, I think I was watching 2 of the same types of shows. I think it was too much for me.
Okay,
I think I'm getting the storylines crossed up.
It could be. That would be tough. Yeah, some of the shows people were talking about, Walking Dead got a couple of mentions. Somebody said after 7 seasons, I was done, got predictable and ridiculous. In fact, a lot of mentions about The Walking Dead. People just finally quit on that one.
True Blood, me and Virginia punted on. That was pretty popular.
It got hokey, and then we were just like, all right, they're shape-shifting now into, like, it turns from a man to a fox. Come on.
Yeah, Kev, yeah. The story about vampires making love got hokey.
I was all excited about Bling Empire. It was... just came out, season 2. I loved season 1. I started watching it over the weekend, and I was like, this sucks. The new series, the new episodes of Bling Empire,
okay,
contrived, forced, not good.
Okay.
I was so into Power, and then I just got so out of Power.
I did the same thing. It was, I actually watched through Power. What was the one that they'd done with the hip-hop families? Trying to think, it was on Fox. Empire. They're kind of like cut from the same cloth. But yeah, I watched through Power, and I enjoyed that all the way through. In fact, they've got 2, I think at least 1 or 2 spinoffs of Power now on Starz. And Empire was the one that I couldn't do anymore. Got over that one. Diane had said one that I dropped off to. Orange is the New Black.
I could never get it. I tried so many times. Everyone raved about it.
It got to be really hokey, and then it's I know a lot of people kind of had that complaint with a lot of shows, but it got real woke.
Did it?
Yeah. At one point, I was just watching an episode. I was like,
"What do you mean? How did it get woke?"
There was a girl. It was it was a white girl that was singing a black artist song, and it drove this girl to tears because she's like, she's stealing my culture, and I was just like, I was like, I was like, all right. I'm like, I get you. So it felt a little woke. Let me see some of the other ones that people were saying. Lane with This Is Us. 1 season, too much drama.
Is that the one that everyone cries?
That's the one, yeah. People
I
just
think the
bawling their
final
eyes out
episode is coming, because they've been billing this thing like it's just such a must-see.
Every time I think someone's going through a breakdown on social media, I've been crying all night. My eyes hurt. I just watched This Was Us. I'm like, oh my gosh. Why are you watching it if it's making you weep so hard?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody else saying Yellowstone. It just didn't draw me in. Adriana said that.
I want to like it.
Yeah, well, whenever you have a show where so many people are talking about that they like it and you watch it and it just doesn't hit the same way with you, you're just like, eh.
I love Costner. I love dressing like a cowboy, Virginia. I want to grow a mustache.
Yeah. Let me see. Christine said Lost. Too convoluted. I got lost.
Someone
Yeah,
talked
I was
me
the same
out
way
of
with
watching it. They said the first 2 seasons are amazing, and then you'll be so mad after what happens. And that alone kind of said, do I even want to get down on this?
We watched Lost, and it was confusing and then didn't make any sense. And you're like, okay, I can tell they didn't have a plan for how to wrap this thing up.
There's a couple comments in there for Ozark. Some people that just couldn't make it through Ozark.
It's weird. I have to be in a mood, and I have to kind of fight through a little bit of my boredom to get back into liking it. I haven't even been able to finish it. I've tried to finish it 3 times, and I can't.
Really?
For
Okay.
some reason, I'm
Can't power through it,
Yeah.
huh? Okay. Let me see. A lot of people were mentioning Grey's Anatomy is a show that they just had to quit. They just couldn't do it already.
It's a lot. It's almost you're in a relationship.
Yeah, Michelle said, Grey's Anatomy, please end it already.
It's still on.
I mean, end it.
Yeah. And Bobby was saying it became too political for me, too. So I know some shows that
Grey's
happens, right?
did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. Some shows, yeah, it just seems like a lot of people don't. It's like, just take me away from all that stuff. Don't throw it back at me. Breaking Bad. Huh. Somebody had bailed on that one. Interesting.
I can see where it can get slow, kind of like the Mad Men. I liked Mad Men. I only liked the board scenes, like when they're in the boardroom. The boardroom scenes were good. All the other stuff is kind of a little lame.
Somebody said another show that they bailed off of, Sons of Anarchy. I was thinking about. I've never watched. I've heard great things, and somebody's saying that they quit it.
It's good, but it does get a little weird. It starts to. Anytime you start breaking up factions and the ensemble, it starts to get kind of odd.
Is this the show that made you want to get into a motorcycle gang?
It is.
Yeah.
I wore a lot of motorcycle clothing for about 4 weeks.
It looked authentic.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you want to jump into the conversation, there's a lot of shows on there. In fact, I think it's really good to be able to read that because, man, when you go into a series, that was the thing with me with Mad Men, where I'm just not sure because it's 7 seasons. And, you know, I got through season 1. I'm like, it was okay.
It's all about John Hamm and how he is in the boardroom. He's quick. He's the best. He's the best in advertising. When you get away from those storylines, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of lost momentum on it, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get back to it. So maybe you can find some benefit by reading that thread. It's on the KVJ Show Facebook page. Got an email here, and somebody wants to know if they should do this to avoid being teased. They want to know, should I dye my red hair to avoid teasing? It says here in the email sent to us, mail at kvjshow.com, I'm 13 years old and I have red hair. I truly love my hair color, but I take so much grief about it at school that I'm thinking of dyeing it blonde this summer with the money I make from babysitting. In the halls, I get called ginger, firecrotch, and spawn of Satan. I do a good job of ignoring it, but it is just something that seems to distract everyone from the person I truly am. I can't change them, so I think to really be seen, I need to change me. Even though I'm secure in who I am, I'd be lying if I said their comments have never made me cry. What do you think?
That stinks, man.
It does.
I hate that people are doing that to you because my advice would always be stay who you are. You love who you are. You're comfortable.
Yeah, you said in your email that you love your red hair. Just know that this high school ridiculousness is temporary. And kids are mean. When you get out of high school and you're rocking that red hair at college and then in the rest of your life, you will be gorgeous and people will appreciate your red hair instead of mock it like insecure teenagers.
The witch is right. I mean, I was teased relentlessly about my hair growing up. I mean, so I understand the feeling you're going through, but all you have to do is rock it. And we live in a time now where people want to embrace people who are struggling with bullying. We really do.
Yeah.
I know your school, the people that are picking on you at school are jerks, but there's so many people that want to embrace you and love you for who you are.
Yeah.
We are living in that time.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's it's a challenge for you, I think, to try to rise up and, embrace yourself. You've got something unique that a lot of people find very beautiful.
You dye your hair because you want to. You don't dye your hair because, other people want you to change.
That is so true. You really have to find your own identity. And you said it in your email. You love your hair. Don't let anybody take that from you. If you love it, you need to be blessed and be thankful. Being a redhead is super special.
Middle school kids, the bullies in middle school, they were the meanest. I remember from high school to elementary, middle school, 13, 14, 15-ish, around that time.
Awful.
Yeah.
But it's so temporary. Just know that these bullies, they won't be in your life anymore. It's a short time in your life when the bullies have power.
Yeah. And Kelly made a good point. Kids are always going to find something to tease you about. So.
They will.
That's true.
You were teased. We were all teased.
Yeah, all of us, yeah. You just can't really change everything about you to make other people happy. Remember that. Be happy with who you are. Great little text we got here from Callie talking to the 13-year-old girl that had sent us an email, want to know if she should dye her hair because she's getting teased for being a redhead so much. And she said, look, she's cool with it. She's fine with it, but it's just, it's just relentless. And she's proud of her hair, but she does cry sometimes when the teasing gets to be a little too much. And Callie said, look, I'm a redhead, and I was picked on constantly in Boca Raton in high school. Ignore them. You are a rarity. They don't understand different. Don't ruin your hair because of others' opinions. Rock your beauty.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's somebody who's been there and gone through it. So it's good stuff. And I do know other people, and somebody said, learn how to roast the bullies right back like a comedian would. Go for the jugular. And I got a friend that he's really quick, just very fast, and especially cutting kind of comedy. And he said, I did it as a defense mechanism because I was teased so horribly back in school. And now he can carve anybody up.
It's amazing how you can shut a lot of it down. I'm not saying all of it.
Right.
But then some people aren't, built that way either. Now you have to become the one that has to be cutting.
Yeah. It was an interesting way, but he's like, now it's a skill and it comes in very handy for me. So.
If you're able to zone in, and some people really are, grow up with a lot of people in a family, you learn how to
slice and dice.
Slice and dice, bob and weave, and really go for the jugular quickly.
You do grow through tough times. It's not fun going through it, but you may come out on the other side stronger or with a skill that you didn't have before going in.
And sometimes, too, your isolated situation seems like the whole world thinks and feels the way of those bullies, and that's just not true.
Not true at all. So there you go. So thank you for the text message. You can always sound off to us, 877-979-WRMF.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Billie Eilish sat down and did the David Letterman Netflix show, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. And in it, she talked about something that I didn't even realize she'd struggled with. She has that Tourette's syndrome and deals with tics.
Okay.
That she can't control.
Film me for long enough, you're going to see lots of tics.
Is that okay or not okay?
I don't care.
Can I ask you anything about that?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's really weird. I haven't talked about it at all. The most common way that people react is they laugh because they think I'm trying to be funny, right? They think I'm going as a funny move. And I am always left incredibly offended by that.
Yeah.
And then I go, I have Tourette.
Huh.
Okay.
How about that? I did not know.
I did not either. So if you see her and she's having tics, do not laugh at her because she's not trying to be funny and you'll hurt her feelings. In other news, it looks like Doja Cat is talking about having to quit vaping. She had an infection on one of her tonsils, and she was like, I won't take these antibiotics like I'm supposed to. She didn't take the antibiotics, and she was drinking and vaping, and then her tonsil got infected and had to be poked and prodded, and she said it was an incredible amount of pain and that she is quitting vaping.
Y'all still have your tonsils?
Yeah,
I do, yeah.
I got mine taken out in my early 20s, and it was really painful. They say the older you get, the worse it is for you. And changed my voice drastically.
Really?
I used to talk like I had peanut butter in my throat. It was rough, man.
Wow. Yeah. That's what she was talking about. She doesn't know if she's going to be able to make that tour with The Weeknd or not.
Wow.
Because of it. So I guess we'll have to see. That show's going to be August 6th at Hard Rock Stadium. That's a big deal.
It's a real big deal. And finally here, it looks like it's the end for Pete Davidson on Saturday Night Live. Is this real?
It's the end for Pete Davidson, Adie Bryant, and Kate McKinnon, and then Kyle Mooney. Yeah, Mooney, I believe his name is.
Wow, all of them are going out at the same time.
Yeah, I didn't think you wanted to hear all 4 exits. I just thought we'd do this one.
Yeah, we can just do one.
Okay.
So are you officially leaving?
Yeah, man. Lauren accidentally gifted me a sock, so I'm free. And then I remember when I auditioned for SNL, he looked me right in the eye and said, I don't think you're right for this show. So let's screw this up together. And that's exactly what we did. And that's why people who don't think I deserve this job shouldn't hate me, since we have so much in common. Like, if anything, I should inspire hope, you know, like that literally anyone could be on Saturday Night Live. And I appreciate SNL always having my back and allowing me to work on myself and grow. And, you know, thank you to Lauren for never giving up on me or, you know, judging me, even when, like, everyone else was, and for believing in me and allowing me to have a place that, like, I could call home with the memories that'll last a lifetime. So thank you, guys.
Pete Davidson, everyone.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, it's all real, Virginia.
And now he's just going to become a full-time Kardashian.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He needs more time.
Future looks bright, Bird. Why work when you can just lay?
Yeah.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay, we got a few celebrity birthdays here today to mention. Happy birthday to Jewel. She is 48 years old today. Ken Jennings, the Jeopardy champ, is 48 today.
I'm not feeling it, but I'm also not feeling Milam Blossom. I'm not feeling her either.
What?
Milam
Blossom?
What? Milak Balaki? What's her name?
Babe.
I don't know how to say her name.
That is a mess. That is a damn mess.
Mayim Balig. I don't know. I got nothing.
Mayim Bialik?
Thank you.
Yes,
I think I just miss Alec, dog. Alex Trebek was the best, man.
He was the best, but he's dead.
I get it.
So
I'll let it go.
We've got to move on, brother. We can't be summoning the zombie Alex Trebek.
I hear
Okay, Ken
you.
Jennings or Alec Trebek hologram.
I would go hologram.
Okay.
I really would, actually.
The tech is there anymore. I bet they could probably do it.
I would do the hologram over everybody, and I think that would crush.
You think so?
I really do.
Would it be creepy or would it be awesome?
Both.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be both.
It'd be affordable.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay the guy every week.
Right. And Drew Carey, another game show host, turning 64 years old today.
I have to wish a happy birthday to my sister, Becky.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Happy
Yeah, you
birthday,
do.
Becky. I love you.
Happy birthday, Becky.
Okay. Got some other birthday shout-outs here. Happy birthday to my wife, Melissa. Enjoy your day at our happy place. My rock and glue.
Ooh.
41 never looked so good.
Happy
That is from
place.
Jason.
That sounds kind of fun. I want to go.
We all want a happy place, don't we? Happy birthday to Michael from all his family, his nieces, nephews, Yasmin, Noah, Gael, and Lucia. Also, we got Mike, happy 40th birthday. Have fun taking the first graders to the zoo instead of teaching today. That's from Laura, Noah, and Ava. Also, a birthday to Liviana from Mom, Dad, Natalia, and the pup. And we got a 21st birthday shout out to Amira. Love you from Mom, Dad, Raina, and Bentley. Rania, maybe. All right, there you go. If you got a birthday you want to shout out, let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com. Good Lord, if you don't need extra money for basically everything else that is going on today, the going rate on babysitting is like, good heavens. Man, oh man, I'm glad I'm past that age because, gosh, I did not know it was this much. According to care.com, they're saying that babysitters are now charging more than $18 an hour on average.
Whoa.
$18 an hour on average. That's up from $14 in 2020. So just in, a good 2 years, it's up another $4. 18. That's insane.
That's a nice little gig you got there.
Well, it's a great gig. I mean, I know what my daughter does a serving job. She's in her early 20s, and I mean, that's basically the same amount. I thought, babysitting was something where it's cute. You get a couple bucks here and there, and you start a little bit of money, but I mean, $18.
When I babysat way back in the day, in the Stone Age, I made $3 an hour, and I thought that was bank.
You
Right.
old?
$3 an hour.
Isn't that crazy where it is now?
It's insane.
I mean,
Is that too much? I'm sure there's some other kids out there that are watching kids for $10. Not everyone's going 18, right? Or do parents still trust young kids with their kids like they did back in the day?
Yeah, I think you do have teenage babysitters watching younger little kids, but I have never heard of anybody paying $18 an hour.
yeah, they say this is an average. They say some teens have bumped their rates as high as $35 an hour. $35 an hour? What?
How much do you have to be making at your job if you can justify to pay the babysitter $35 an hour?
Well, that's just it. I mean, everything is more expensive now, and people have less money. I saw people on average have $9,000 less in their savings than they did a year ago. And, you're looking at all this stuff, it's like crazy. Somebody said, I pay my babysitter $20 an hour, and that's for one child, and that's in Port St. Lucie.
So those are pizzle rates.
At least for one. Somebody else said, we pay our babysitter $30 an hour for our 3-year-old.
One child, $30 an hour.
$30 an hour.
Damn. I should start babysitting.
You really could make some money. You would do well.
Totally.
Dang, $30 an hour.
Jaybird's Daycare. I'll undercut everybody. $15 an hour.
Yeah, I don't know that this is that far off the mark. I'm getting a lot of texts. Somebody saying, our 15-year-old is making $20 an hour.
I feel like Jaybird could have a summer camp at his house.
Yeah, could.
You could have
Easily.
grown-ups drop off the kids in the morning, and I feel like they would have fun all day.
I could provide not only breakfast, lunch, I could also do a 3 p.m. aftercare snack time if the parents are still working. Yeah, it could do well. I don't want to do this, by the way. I think it's a horrible idea, but it could work.
Side hustle, bro.
It could absolutely work.
We can get some summer scratch.
People are saying now maybe the definition of a babysitter is changing a bit. Somebody said parents want babysitters to be CPR and first aid certified, able to drive in emergencies, and they often don't take young people. This is more of an adult rate. Now, somebody did say a 15-year-old on $20, so, I mean, I don't know if it's all adults, but...
If you are paying for all that, I kind of get it. If they got to be trained and
Mags had all that, and she still does. They give a class. The Red Cross does. You get CPR certified. You get all your ducks in a row. You know how to do the Heimlich.
Does that run out? Because I was certified at one point in my life when I was 19. Is that
Yours is probably run out.
Does that
you
run out?
probably want somebody that's...
If I drop, I'm not looking at you.
yeah.
Get your old ass certification.
That just shows you. There's some people walking around out there that say they're certified. That I don't know if they are.
Yeah, how about that? I was like, oof, man, that's crazy. So if you're looking for some side hustle, apparently babysitting might be the way to go. Making some serious cash.
Would you be pissed if I opened up a summer camp at your house?
I would, but I would roll with it.
Okay.
I'd get over it like I get over everything else.
$30 an hour per kid. We get like 5 or 6 kids in there. We don't have to come to our day job anymore.
They say parents are now so desperate for childcare that they're also offering enhanced perks, like letting teenage babysitters take what they want from the fridge or ordering from DoorDash. So they'll say, hey, the meal's included.
Wow, that DoorDash is expensive.
Yeah, so that's an added perk. Good heavens. It's crazy, right? Well, I don't know how you feel about this mom in Vancouver, but she is making an argument and explained that there is nothing wrong with her smoking marijuana while she watches her kids play. She said it's no different from other moms drinking wine or even taking anxiety medication. Now, where she has recreational medicinal marijuana is legal. And she's doing this and making a video that is going viral because she wants to raise awareness of how marijuana can actually help a woman become a better mom to their children.
I mean, duh.
Now, where does the whole secondhand smoke? Because that's where everyone's going to get her on. Oh, the secondhand smoke.
Sure, yeah.
And the contact high. You're
Right.
going to get people that, and that's where I think she's going to lose her argument, right?
Well, my other point, too, and yeah, I think that's one option. That's one thing to talk about. But two, for me, is when you think about moms and their wine or whatever it is that they're doing, to me that's something you do after the kids are away and you no longer have that immediate responsibility of watching the kids, right? That the mommy drinking the wine is not for mommy when she's watching.
You shouldn't be guzzling down wine while you're
No, there's totally mommy play dates where the mommies get together and the mommies have wine and the kids play. That's a thing.
Oh, yeah. I see what Kevin's saying, and I see what Virginia's saying. Kevin's going, if you're the adult, you shouldn't be drinking wine as you're watching the kid because you're probably getting buzzed.
I always thought it was supposed to be kind of a post watching the kids. After they've stressed you out, I just need to decompress and mommy needs her wine. But mommy's watching the kids and mommy's plowing through a couple bottles of wine.
Oh, back when I lived in Lake Park, there was a woman, she had 3 kids, and she was always just guzzling down wine. She's a pretty good mom.
Okay. Yeah, so, I guess it's not taboo to be imbibing on something while you're watching the kids?
Well, what's the difference between a mom sipping on some wine and you having a beer at the ale house in front of your kid? It's the same exact thing.
Yeah, I don't judge.
Well, it's to me, it's just, I guess, if you're watching, and I don't know. I thought that was probably the understood thing, that if you're watching your kids and you're home and they can get into things, you want to be as alert as you possibly can be.
But that would mean you could never have beers at the barbecue. You're watching football, you can't have. That's not real practical. Because people do drink. You don't want to get sloshed in front of your kids.
Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, and
hold it together.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying people don't.
Yeah, so, so she's making that point. So she just wants to say that don't stigmatize me.
Well, I think she's going to lose the argument. And look, you know me, I'm not judging about, smoke them if you got them. But when you have the weed and the smoke and the kid in the room, you have smoke that goes into their lungs, and you can get secondhand
right. Yeah, and I think
contact high.
I think your argument would be is you have to ignore the kids for a little while, go smoke someplace else, and then come back.
You do what everybody does.
A little stoned to watch the kids.
You have a hiding spot where you smoke your weed. When you think your kids don't know, they know, by the way.
Get in the bushes.
Yeah, okay.
Get in the bushes.
It'll take them at least 10 minutes to find you. By the time you get found, you've already smoked out.
I think a lot of parents think they're being slick, and their kids know what's going on.
Tell them you're going to play hide and go seek.
Yeah.
And you're going to go hide, and then they have to find you.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious where that is. Suits, put up a little poll. Do you have a problem with mommies or dads having some cocktails or weed while watching the kids?
Now, it changes, doesn't it, if it's an edible situation?
Well, as far as the smoke, I would think, yeah.
Well, then you can't get it.
The only issue with that is you got to make sure the kids don't get near it, because that is the ongoing thing, is a lot of those edible packaging is looking like kids' candy.
They do, man.
Yeah.
They look a lot like legit candy.
Right.
They're looking like it, and they're tasting like it.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. You can go on the KVJ TV chat room and let us know what you think. Do you have a problem with it, or is it, hey, not a big deal? Let us know. All right, you guys ready to think fast here?
Oh, boy.
No.
Got to shake off the weekend a little bit?
I do.
Okay.
Good thing I wasn't around any kids.
Megacon over here.
Okay, let's see if you guys can wake it up here. Got some different topics. Whoever can come up with a reasonable answer, the fastest is going to get the point. Okay, here we go. We got Virginia, Jaybird, and Denny's all competing here in this round of Think Fast. Okay, first up, it is a mode of transportation that starts with the letter H.
Harley.
Horse.
Ugh.
Okay, we'll go with Harlem. Nice. Virginia in first.
5 seconds late, Bird.
Okay. All right, next up, think fast. A fast food item starting with the letter F.
French fries.
No, Virginia. No, she's so fast today.
So quick.
It stings.
Oh, man.
All right.
Whoa.
Focus up, Bird.
Gosh.
Let's go.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. Okay, Virginia's already up 2-0.
Wow.
Try to anticipate, Kevin.
Same here. I just anticipate the wrong letter.
I was anticipating A. I was going to say apple pie.
Oh, you thought you had it. Okay, here we go. Think fast.
You don't have to explain why you got it wrong. Nobody cares. Here's what went wrong, Kevin.
I realized that when I said it. Nobody cares, Bird. I get it. You're right. You're right.
Okay, it's a clothing store that starts with the letter H.
Hold it.
Hard.
Is that what they're called?
Whores are us?
What?
He said whore.
What? That's a store for
I was trying to say horse.
ladies of the evening?
Is it Hollister? What's that place?
I'll give it to you. Hollister, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
The whore shop.
Not a real strong round for the bird.
Oh, terrible.
And he's so loud. So he's
Yeah, yeah.
wrong and loud.
Yeah, wrong and
It's a
loud.
bad combo.
I'll back away.
Okay, here we go. Next up, think fast. A book in the Bible that starts with the letter L.
Lions.
Leviticus.
What'd you say, Bird?
Lions.
The Detroit Lions?
It's hard to say stuff too when you hear
yeah.
crazy words thrown out.
Where'd you go with Denny's?
Leviticus after much stuttering.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
I said Luke before he said Leviticus.
Okay. Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh,
All right, Virginia
jeez.
gets the point then.
Watch it, Denny. She'll throw water on your computer.
You're right.
Yeah, where's your laptop, Denny?
I got my phone in my
I got
pocket.
a full cup.
And your valuables. Okay, Virginia's up 3-1. One more and she takes it here.
Oh, come on.
Okay, it's a word with double D's in it. 2 D's. Back to back.
Double.
Caddy?
Oh, caddy.
Denny's caddy.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at
That
that.
like hurt the backside of my head.
All right, Bird has been eliminated.
Oh, man.
One more for Virginia still to get the win.
Come on, Denny's. Kick her ass.
Okay, it's a type of cloud that starts with the letter S.
Stratus.
Oh, Denny's!
Denny's.
He's tied it up.
Oh, jeez.
How'd you just fall out of your chair?
Oh, his pizza sweater's like wrapped in it.
It's actually self-sabotage. He covered his chair in this pizza blanket, and then the blanket got caught in the wheel of the chair.
And there he went.
It's a bad
Just like that.
It's a bad round.
And don't send me any hate email. I know. I get it. I get it.
No, I get it. I get it. Okay, here we go. This could be the winner. Virginia versus Denny's tied 3 apiece. Think fast. The last name of a musical artist whose first name is Mike.
Wait,
And it
what?
starts with P. The last name of a musical artist whose first name is Mike.
Posner.
Very nice, Virginia.
It's like a
It
Like a
was.
riddle, like
it
I was crossing a
roller
bridge.
coaster.
Wow.
Very nice. Mike Posner. There you go. Maybe I need to.
Only one answer.
There really was
I
only
could
one
not
answer.
think of any.
Yeah. All right, checking in with our KVJ TV poll here. Do you have a problem with parents having a cocktail or a little weed while watching the kids? 63% said nope, not a problem. Only 37% do.
Yeah, that's a chat room. They love toking it up.
The chat room, they're Vikings like us.
Yep. So there you go. All right.
If somebody's done you wrong, it's time for you to sing along and call them out, call them out, call them out. You gotta call them out, call them out, call them out. It's time to call them out.
Okay, here we go. Your call 'em outs here today. Always interesting stuff where, you know what, sometimes we just kind of screw up and we need somebody to remind us, be okay, that's not how we do things around here. This one says, yeah, I want to call out the man driving next to me right now eating soup with a spoon while driving. Come on, man, really? Yeah, you know, you probably shouldn't be eating soup while driving.
It's a stoplight snack.
Yes.
It's a stoplight dish.
Yeah, that's kind of a tough thing to be in crazy South Florida rush hour traffic eating soup. Somebody else said, yeah, I want to call out the jackass that had one item in his hand at Publix and then asked if he could go ahead of me. And I'm like, yeah, okay, go ahead. I wanted to be cool. And then as soon as he got in front of me, he waved his wife over with a cart full of food.
What? That's a shady. That's a little bait and switch.
That is. It's like I had my 2-year-old with me and I only had baby food and snacks, approximately 10 items, and they cut in front of me with a full cart of food.
Do you eyeball that guy the whole time? I know Virginia does.
I say something. I'm like, oh, that was sneaky. So you have one item in your hand and you ask if you can go in front of me. And then you bring your wife over with a full cart. Y'all are running a scam.
That's so uncool.
I definitely say something.
Yeah, the Raging Cajun comes out of her. Yeah.
That's just a bait and switch.
Yeah, that really is. That's not cool.
How do you know you're not a jerk? You know you're doing a jerky thing.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's like, come on, man. Seriously, we're all just trying to make it through this tough little thing called life.
And it's literally like 5 minutes to get through the checkout line. Like, it's not like it's some big, crazy, long experience, especially at Publix. They'll move that line quick.
And as a mom with a baby, it's crazy.
That
What's wrong with you
dude
people?
is a douche.
This column out is for all the homeowners who are in the process of selling their homes, who they have it posted for $250,000 plus, and it's not clearly worth that much, but because everybody else is doing it and you're getting money for it, you're making it hard for people to find a place to live on a single income household.
Yeah, we talk about all the time here. There's so many houses that are being overpriced. They're not worth what they're asking for. They're just not.
On my next door, there was a post. Somebody had said, "Yeah, finally, I'm priced out of here. I'm leaving South Florida," and they're like, "Adios." And there were several people on there saying, "Same thing, man. We're packing up. We're right behind you." So that's too bad. It's pushing so many people out of here. This one says, "Kev, I'm calling you out. Couple episodes ago, you mentioned going over to BJ's, and you said that they had the best avocado egg rolls and the drinks were great. So just because of the Kevin Rolson giving this place his seal of approval, I went there, and they didn't have 6 items on the menu, including the egg rolls.
Dang. They were out.
Apparently so.
That's what happens when Kevin talks about your egg roll. It sells out.
Yeah, there's a rush on them. The beer was warm, drinks were watery, and the brownie was underbaked, so it was pure batter. Sad Sunday.
Wow.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
There goes that BJ's endorsement.
Yeah.
It sounds like everything was wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it went very well for you at all.
Sounds like everything went wrong.
Yeah. You know, I got to tell you, consistency is it. That's the one thing is my wife and I we do go out a lot. That's our fun little thing is we always talk about places, and every now and then, same thing happens to us. We go to a place that, 4 times out of 5, it's great. And you go that one time, you're like, gosh, you just got to nail down the consistency.
You're right. There's a place I love. I love it. I've sent people there before. And I would say their consistency, especially in the later years, it's just not there. And I got to hear about it at times. And I know it's true because it's happened to me. But
Yeah.
when they hit it and they hit it out of the park,
Right.
it's the best.
But that's,
Thank you for your truth, Jay Bird.
I've got to be honest.
Yeah, but that's just it. If you have a place, and I've noticed that especially, like if you order a Bloody Mary, that's just one drink that, depending upon who you get, it could be made so different. Like one time it could be awesome, the other time it's like, eh.
There's a lot of factors of why some of that happens. Sometimes they don't have the right ingredients in the back if it's a mom and pop place. Sometimes you have new staff or just somebody who doesn't really give a crap.
Yeah.
You wonder how they can be so inconsistent, especially with taste.
Yeah.
It's those reasons.
It is. So sorry I had a bad experience there. But one thing I would call out too in the restaurant thing, Mexican Queen and I were at a place on Friday, and I think it was about 9. And they were taking down the bar and all that kind of stuff. And, they start putting stuff away. And they're
9p?
Yeah. And we're like, what time do you guys close? They're like, 12:30. And she's like, you're breaking down the bar? She's like, yeah, it's just kind of slow tonight. But we were like...
It sends a signal to the patrons that we're shutting this thing down and we'd rather you not be here.
Yes, that's what I said too. I'm like, look,
totally.
The time that you're open, from the second you open the doors, you got to be ready for, imagine if you went to a play and they raise the curtain up and they're still kind of setting up the props and the set and all that kind of stuff. And you're like, what's going on here? And you're like, oh,
If this was Bar Rescue with a John Taffer, he would be in there and say, you're sending the wrong message.
Yeah.
Because you're right. You have to create some kind of an atmosphere. And people are putting things away as if tumbleweeds are flying through
rushed
there.
out of there, and the bar just didn't look right. And we're like, yeah, probably not going to come back here.
Do we know of this place?
Yeah, you do, and it's one of my favorite places.
Damn.
It's a place that I've pushed many times. They got several locations throughout South Florida.
I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't wait for commercial breaks so Kevin can tell us.
Yeah, I really don't have a problem. I just tell their managers, you got to get on your staff.
Are you able to say it or no?
Tap 42.
Whoa, roasted.
Wow.
I don't care. It's a message for any place.
Oh, yeah, the nards on this guy.
If you want people to be in your establishment enjoying themselves, you have to create an environment that says, we're happy to have you.
Close your doors, then tear down your bar. That's what I think.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that's how I think it should go. And if it's too late for you, then close an hour early or 30 minutes early, whatever, and then tear down your bar. That's just I'll say that to any restaurant out there.
But you're not wrong, though.
I don't think so.
I think anybody from their corporate would
I'm
sit
trying to help
down.
them out. That's what call them outs are all about. This is like a friendly little nudge to say, hey.
It happened in the 9 o'clock hour, too. And if they are open till midnight, that is a tremendous amount of time to do it early.
Right.
And I
3 more
get it.
hours,
Breaking down sucks. It's time consuming. You got to put all that stuff away.
Yeah.
But that's the gig.
That's just my thought as a patron. Just letting you know. We're here to help you out. Somebody said, I want to call out the person that stole the $1,000 disco ball from Roxanne's Liquor Bar and Kitchen in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh.
That happened late on Friday and was caught on video, so we will catch you.
Whoa. It's on video?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to see
They checked the
that.
disco ball.
That's pretty intricate operation.
How does nobody see that?
How do you not get seen by
don't know that
anybody
either.
working there?
Were they closing down too?
I don't know. You took somebody able to make out with a disco ball? Somebody else says, I want to call out dance families who leave after their kids' section of the recital is over. It's rude to get up and walk out while other classes are performing. Sit down, be polite, and wait it out.
Dang. What are your thoughts on that, Saniki?
I see both sides. Dance recitals are awful. I mean, brutal.
If it's an hour long and you have to sit through an hour, it'd be kind of like seeing your kid at a play and they're done with their lines and everyone bounces out.
I don't blame them for bouncing. I get it.
Well, listen to this. This isn't unrelated. This is a separate texter. They said, yeah, I would like to call out my daughter's dance school. They put on a recital this weekend, and it was the longest show ever. Over 40 dancers, and they were bad. Maybe next time focus on putting out quality dancing, not quantity. Beautiful costumes, and kids tried hard, but it was not good.
We can't consolidate a few of these groups, too. I feel like there's so many different groups, and I've sat through it. Mags did that when she was little. It was brutal.
People let me know, dude, they are not 1 hour long. These recitals are easily 3 hours. We're getting a lot of comments about this.
We'll be looking for a new dance school moving forward. Do better, it says. Wow. And somebody just texted and said, tell that dance instructor to shove it. I pay for those classes, and I will leave whenever I want. I've got other kids and other activities, and I'm on a schedule. It's a 3-hour recital, and if my kid dances 15 minutes in, I'm not going to sit and watch for another 2 hours and 45 minutes. I don't have extra time to just be overly polite. Parents leave during my kid's performance all the time, and I don't think anything of it.
Well, it sounds like we've got what we call a little dance fight brewing.
We need a dance off.
I love it. These dance families, Virginia.
You really should just stay in your lane. You know, focus on your kid dancing and don't be worried what other parents are doing.
I agree.
Just seriously, in life, stay in your lane and worry about your own self.
I mean, 3.5 hours long, and it's not good.
If they want to get up, they could have a parent in the hospital they're going to visit. They could have,
You're right.
Somebody in their family that they got to get on an airplane and go see. Like, you don't know what somebody else is doing. So
Or they could just be impatient and hate little kid dancing that goes on too long.
and we get that. Totally get that.
Let me see another call them out here. Somebody said, I'm calling out the rude and inconsiderate people who drive in the HOV lane on I-95 with no passengers during rush hour. It really ticks me off. I love to do it too, but I refuse to break the law. Lynette set that in.
Well, Lynette, if they're going to do it, they got to bring a mannequin. At least act like you're trying to beat the system here.
And if you need a mannequin, Jay Bird has several in his house.
I do.
Yeah,
That's not creepy at all.
And I'll tell you, they enforce it pretty tight. I got pulled over for it just a couple weeks ago. My kid was laying down in the back seat, and I didn't realize it. And they thought I was trying to get into the whole thing. And when the cop walked up, he sat up, was like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Go ahead." But yeah, they pull you over real fast.
Oh, I've been dinged a couple times. When we were in Miami, coming back, just not even realizing what day or time it was, being in that HOV lane.
You're rocking out to Billy Joel.
Just rocking out, but the real sad stuff because it was from Miami and we were getting fired.
Tears and rock.
Somebody said, I'm calling out Jaybird for saying to message him on Instagram during a live if you're at Megacon this past weekend. I sent a message Saturday morning while he was still on the way. Message has still not been seen. Just giving him a hard time. Glad he went and had a blast.
No, they make a good point, and I learned real quick when I did meet somebody up there that I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't meet anybody up here right now. I was like, I'm just not even check my social media. Yeah.
I didn't know this. Somebody said, did you know hybrids are allowed in the HOV? I guess with one person? I didn't know that. Is that legit?
I thought you had to have multiple people regardless. So if you have an electric car, you can go in that lane even if you're by yourself?
Apparently so. That's what one person's saying.
That's
Wow.
interesting.
Yeah, and somebody said they do police it. I got 2 HOV lane tickets by the same trooper 2 weeks apart.
Okay, here comes
trooper?
Suits. Suits is our traffic guy, so Suits knows all about the roadways.
You can get a special sticker if you have a hybrid that lets you go in the HOV lane, so that is legit.
Wow.
You don't have to have 2 people in the car if you've got a hybrid, or I think an electric car too. You can get into that HOV lane.
Wow.
This man does traffic. He knows.
Yeah, he does. Wow.
Does the sticker cost money?
I haven't done that much research into it.
You know nothing's for free.
There ain't no free
Ain't
sticker.
nothing free.
There ain't no free
You
sticker.
said you're going to get an advantage and not have to pay for that? I doubt that.
And David said, I want to call out the annoying jet skis that can't back their trailers down the boat ramp and take up 25 feet of space at the courtesy dock with just one jet ski. 3 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon is not the time to figure out how to back your jet ski trailer up as you jackknife 8 different times, pulling back and forth. So, yeah.
Some people are learning. You know, you got to be a little
Here
bit
comes
more.
Virginia's defense.
Come on now. People at the boat ramp, if they're struggling, instead of criticizing them and being mean, maybe go help them. Maybe give them a little tip. I've seen it go down at the boat ramp.
Okay.
It's hard,
Don't-
especially if you're new at it.
Don't be critical or mean. Has anyone seen my friend Virginia?
Somebody's saying that HOV sticker for the hybrids is $5 a year.
Okay.
You
That's
do have to
it?
go get it. Yeah, it's not bad.
It sounds like a trap.
Does, right? Okay, anything else you need to call out, you can always let us know. It is 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Got a couple of positive shout-outs as well here today. Got Wiggity Mac graduating kindergarten. Michaela, Mommy, Daddy, and Zach, so proud of you. Little shout out there. Call them out for graduating the old kindergarten. Also, a little shout out to our daughter Emma and the rest of the AAU team at East West Karate. They made the AAU National USA team. They're going to be competing alongside many others this July and representing our country at the World Karate Competition.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sweep the leg. Do you have a problem with that?
Jaybird is in full karate mode because he went to Megacon over the weekend, and he got to see, is it Billy Zabka? Is that his name?
Yeah. William now, Kevin. It's a little bit more.
Oh, does he go by William?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How about that? I mean, you want to talk about a career totally revitalized. This was a guy that I remember he had a cameo in a music video a couple years ago, and you're like, oh my gosh, whatever happened to the bad guy from The Karate Kid? And now, because of Cobra Kai on Netflix, it's such a massive smash that, I mean, he's got a solid, steady acting gig. It doesn't seem like it's going to end anytime soon.
He's blowing up again, and I got to tell you, he was such a nice dude.
Oh,
Really?
that's
That's
good to
awesome.
hear.
Totally awesome.
Aw.
I had this whole thing about I was going to tell him about my favorite part, what I love, and when I got to him, I completely blanked, dorked out, and then started talking. I just started talking.
Oh,
I
no.
mean, I kind of dorked out.
Okay, here's what he did.
Brother, I love you so much.
Dude,
oh
come
my
on
gosh.
now.
You helped me out so much. My dog died, and Cobra Kai, Karate Kid, you helped me out so much. I love you.
That's awesome, man.
Just one of the guys. All of them. I love you, man. Thank you so much, man.
All right, brother.
Cobra
Nice to
Kai
meet
never
you.
died.
Never dies, man.
That's right. Terry Silver, baby.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Pleasure,
brother.
dude. Nice to
Thank
meet
you
you.
so much. I love Cobra Kai never die. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. I'm kind of embarrassed for you.
Oh, whatever. I don't care. You think I care?
He don't care.
I loved. He was such a nice guy.
That's cool.
And believe me, that was not the weirdest thing that guy saw at that at that convention.
There's no way you're the weirdest.
I forgot I didn't have my gi. A whole thing happened before where we had some a gi debacle, so I had to go. And
you have a Cobra Kai, or you rented a Cobra Kai?
I rented the Cobra Kai one. The thing that sucks about all the gis I got, they all have white belts, and that's a little disrespectful to the Terry Silver character. He is a black belt.
Yeah, right. You're a rookie.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to Terry Silver's character.
Yeah, okay.
Not publicly.
It's nice you have that kind of respect.
Yeah, but he was such a nice guy.
What would you say is the most fascinating thing that jumped out at you at the Megacon in Orlando? Was there like one person? I saw on social media there were a lot of people showing their costumes, and we were talking about this the other day because Virginia made a comment about no hot girls there or whatever, and there were several hot girls that were showing their before and after. These girls are like smoke shows, and then I was like, man, and then they have some pretty revealing costumes.
Virginia don't know about that life. She thinks it's still 1983 and it's all about Dungeons and Dragons and playing your Atari. It's such a big business where so many hot girls were out there.
Really?
Oh my gosh, I love a woman in a costume.
Did you have any action?
I was so no, there was no. It was so crowded there, Virginia. It wasn't that kind of gig.
Okay.
And believe me, I don't think. The stars were the people that were there. That's what it was about. People were dressed up as characters. There were toys there.
Okay.
There was a speed dating upstairs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a big old convention.
Yeah.
Speed dating?
Yeah, they had all kind of stuff there. And I read articles the next day how people struggled to find parking, and it was not good for any of that. We parked at the Burger King and walked across the street, and it was no time at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jaybird had a lot of interesting things happening, not only the Megacon, but you got to tell me, Virginia, which one of these things did not happen to Jaybird? Here's a little look back at his weekend. Did he get into a pushing altercation with a heavyset guy dressed as the Joker?
You got into a push-off with Fat Joker?
Hear the details before you judge. Allegedly, if this did happen, it all happened so quick, Kevin.
It's amazing.
I didn't even know what happened. I was stunned.
Did Jaybird buy a $1,500 Yoda statue?
Ooh.
Wow. Did an Uber driver start to cry when he was talking about monkeypox? Did Jaybird buy $35 worth of Taco Bell's Mexican pizza and leave it on the roof of his Jeep? Or did Jaybird get in a weird situation because strangers kept texting about a lost dog named Bandit? Okay, so which one of those things actually did not happen? So
it's a busy weekend.
All but one did happen to him.
Yeah, all of that happened but one.
I don't think the Mexican pizza happened.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I was going to go with the Yoda statue. $1,500. I know you love that stuff, but I feel like maybe $1,500. That's crazy.
They had some sweet ass Yoda statues, dog.
Okay.
That is a lot of money.
All right. So one of these things actually did not happen to Jaybird this weekend. Which one did not? You'll find out next. Well, Jaybird had a busy weekend. He went to Megacon in Orlando, which is right next to ShakaCon. You had an amazing time, and people were texting in like crazy saying that they were there. Saturday was the busiest day of the 4. It's amazing how many people go. We got like 20 texts of people that were there.
I did meet a lot of KVJ Nationers, and everyone I met was super nice. I know I said I'd met somebody that annoyed me that made me stop answering. Everyone I met, I'm not talking about you. Everyone was really, really, really awesome and cool.
Who are you talking about?
Some douche that none of y'all like him either, and I didn't realize they were going, and they wanted to be a part, and I didn't want to. It was going to ruin the trip.
Yeah.
Okay. So at that point, it was like, all right, let me just shut up.
Problem with open invitations.
It is, and you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what did not happen to Jaybird over the weekend? Did he get into a pushing altercation with a heavyset guy dressed as the Joker? Did he buy a $1,500 Yoda statue? Did he witness an Uber driver crying when talking about monkeypox? Did he buy $35 worth of Taco Bell's Mexican pizza and then leave it on the roof of his Jeep? Or did he get a weird situation because strangers kept texting about a lost dog named Bandit? All those seem plausible. The one that I'm going to go on is least likely. I'm going to go with the Yoda statue, I think.
Why is that?
I mean,
That's
you do
so much money.
It is. That's the only thing, is that it is so much money. But I know Burb will lay down an investment if he's throwing some money into those Bigfoot costumes. They're not cheap. So, yeah, I could be completely wrong on that.
It's a good guess.
It is. No, it's a fine guess. Kevin.
Okay, what do you think, Virginia?
I'm going to go Mexican pizza just to be different.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Uber driver one about the monkeypox.
No, I feel like that one definitely happened.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
You feel like that's
Something
legit.
tells me he attracts monkeypox stories.
Y'all twisted on this one.
All right, I'll go Yoda statue then. Jaber, what is the one thing that did not happen to you over the weekend?
Kevin's insides serve him right. Yes, I did not buy the Yoda statue.
Okay.
Everything else happened.
Wow.
And you're right. That's way too much
It's
money.
way too much.
Okay, let's go down the line here. So you got into a pushing altercation with a heavyset guy dressed as the Joker. What happened there?
There were booths of toys, comic books, and I was not the only dork looking for toys and stuff like that. And some of these sections got so crowded to the point where you were packed in there like a sardine. And I was looking at this sweet ass gremlin that was, and I'm trying to get the person's information that makes him to see how much it was.
Yeah.
And it was so packed in there. The one guy who's dressed as the Joker goes, "You got to keep it moving, bro." I go, "Sorry, man." I go, I'm stuck. There's literally nowhere for me to move right now. "You got to keep it moving, bro." And he's standing right there, very portly looking, and just pushed me out of the way, pushed through other people, and then took off. And I go, "Did you guys see that? I just got pushed by the Joker." We saw it. We saw it, man. And that gremlin was way too much money. The gremlin I was looking at, yeah. So he had pushed me, he pushed through the crowd, and then walked off.
Dang.
Yeah.
There's got to be some unbelievable altercations that happen at these megacons.
I don't see how they couldn't. The area that I was in, it got to a point where I'm like, oh man, I hope someone doesn't fall over here. It was that packed in.
Wow.
Depending on where you were at. If it was a certain little booth area.
Okay. Dang. Okay. You had an Uber driver start to cry about monkeypox?
Well, there's more to the story. They start talking about coronavirus and how their loved one passed away from it.
Okay.
And they talk
boy.
about they start going into how monkeypox is now in South Florida.
Monkeypox is the new COVID.
And they're as they're driving and they're ramping up, and I can hear, when someone's voice starts to crack. I'm like, we don't have to talk about, because I did not bring up COVID, by the way, and I did not bring up monkeypox. They went on their whole thing. And
They needed to talk.
they did, and it wasn't like it was a 5-minute ride. It was like 13 to 16 minutes. So I'm like, oh my gosh, is this almost over?
Oh, wow.
It's a lot of
It was
monkeypox.
a lot of monkeypox.
Wow.
A lot of tears.
Oh, boy.
They weren't full on crying. There was tears though, Virginia.
Oh, boy.
I'm not an epidemiologist. I just read stories, but the story that I read didn't give me massive alarm about monkeypox.
I think the person, the Uber driver, I think they were more tearing up about the COVID, telling the story, and then tying it in with monkeypox.
Okay,
Well, it is kind of like, okay, what now? We just got through COVID, and now everybody's talking about the monkeypox.
Yeah, and I think because of COVID, monkeypox is, and it's just, the name monkeypox, like what? It sounds crazy.
Have you seen the pictures of what monkeypox does to you?
I have. That doesn't look fun because, the rash and lesion part does not look fun if it gets that advanced. They say the virus causes fever, body aches, chills, and fatigue. They say that it is tough to transmit from one human to the next. In fact, it requires prolonged face-to-face contact, direct contact with lesion materials, or indirect contact with lesion materials through contaminated items like clothing. So if you got a buddy that's covered in lesions, don't wear their shirt.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah, so stop doing that. If you're a person that's like, oh, yeah.
Ironically, it's also spread through tears. So you were crying about the monkeypox, and tears spread the monkeypox.
Does it?
So I think what it was too, because if you go into an Uber now, you don't have to wear a mask anymore, and that's a
Right.
big conversation when you get in, and that does tend to go into a COVID talk.
Okay. Yeah, the one person that has it's in Broward County, and they're in isolation right now.
Oh,
and it was from international travel.
All right, one person. All right.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. Okay, so let me see. You also bought $35 worth of Taco Bell's Mexican pizza and left it on the roof of your Jeep.
I can't believe you thought that was the one that's unlikely.
I know,
that one's so easy.
Yeah.
I went into the Taco Bell to get them. I was craving fountain soda for some reason.
Yeah.
And everyone's pictures on the Mexican pizza. They're not even good pictures, and they were making my mouth water.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, people have posted them all weekend. I had to get a taste, and I didn't get those Mexican pizzas are somewhere in Palm Beach Gardens.
Did you get to the White Castle and were you able to do the taste challenge?
I did, but I didn't do the video yet. I was
Okay.
going to put the video up later on today, but there is a challenge. It's a clear-cut winner.
Oh.
Between White Castle and Crystal.
Yes, clear-cut winner. Yep.
Okay, wow. All right, I can't wait
it's
for
going to
that.
take me a little bit of time to edit because it was kind of a lot to it.
Okay. All right, they'll drop on our TikTok a little bit later on today. And you got any weird situation because strangers kept talking about a lost dog named Bandit?
Yo, I got to change my phone number again.
Again?
Well, so I haven't changed. I changed it a week ago. I never changed it because it's a former hooker. It's a former prostitute. We figured it out. She's on that website. She's on a website.
Gladys?
Yes, because a KVJ Nationer reached out to me and goes, "Is this Jaybird?" Did all the information. They figured out who it was on the website.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
They did. I don't know. They did some kind of a
They went to the hooker website.
You have a hooker's
tracked you
burner
down?
phone?
I have, and I guess her dog got out over the weekend, and her neighbors were blowing me up, sending me pictures of this dog Bandit. They're calling me. They go, "We have Bandit right now. Where are you?" Then Bandit got out, and then I finally had to text them back and say, "Y'all, this isn't her. I'm glad Bandit's okay, but you have to let her know." That this ain't her phone anymore. So, I got to change his phone number.
Yeah, okay. I have a feeling, though, you're not going to dodge weird, though. A number change ain't going to do that.
That's true. It finds you, babe.
Yeah.
I know people might think I'm making this up. Y'all, I got several witnesses of all of this.
Yeah, weird is going to find the bird no matter what number you got.
Always.
KVJ, dirt of the day. It's the KVJ, dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, if you're counting, this was the third wedding for Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker. This one, though, was the big dog. So they were at not one, but two castles in Italy. One of the castles belongs to Dolce and Gabbana. Ever heard of them?
Okay.
So they're in this castle. They're like rolling out the red carpet. This thing was luxurious. If you have a chance, go on TMZ and look at the pictures of this wedding. Like, it is sick. They were on the Dolce & Gabbana boat. Then they were in the mansion. Then they were in the castle. And there's a ton of pictures of her veil and her dress. I mean, just pomp and circumstance, Kev. All the sisters were there.
Okay.
And it was a big, grand affair.
Oh, man, that story went longer than I thought I was going to go.
Yeah. And it's the third time we've heard about one of their weddings.
It's just so annoying.
It's tough.
And I know, I get it. By me bitching, I'm prolonging the story.
I'm usually not a fan of wedding pictures. These are amazing.
It's just all such crap, Virginia.
Britney Spears was on social media, even though she said she was quitting. She was back on Instagram this weekend, calling out her former therapists, calling out her family, calling out everybody, talking about how she was forced into doing over 800 hours of unwanted therapy. But she did seem to have a sweet romantic weekend with her boyfriend, Sam. They were in Vegas, and they were posting all kinds of pictures of them running all over the resort they were at and having a beautiful time. So in that respect, it's good that the conservatorship is over. She's allowed to go out there and have fun.
Yeah.
And people are talking details about Scottie Pippen's wife. Now, Scottie Pippen's wife, apparently, Larsa is her name. She's currently on The Real Housewives of Miami. Apparently, she hooked up with Future, and Future did it out of spite because he tried to get a Scottie Pippen autograph one time, and Scottie didn't give him an autograph and kind of blew him off. Damn. And so Future said, "All right, I'm going to go bang your wife," and he did.
Scottie Pippen's had kind of a rough year, man. He's been in some controversy, I can tell you that much.
Yes, he has.
He's been talking a lot and not making a lot of people happy either.
So there you go.
Including Future.
Don't snub a guy. If you snub him and you won't give him a picture and an autograph, he'll go try to hook up with your wife.
Oh, man.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
It's time for viral audio.
So how's your kids? How's your wife? Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, people still all over the Johnny Depp trial. Hopefully going to be wrapping up this week. But, man, it's entertaining a nation And I'd seen a video my wife was showing me. It was on TikTok. It was Robert Downey Jr. and Johnny Depp. Didn't look like he was taken that long ago. I don't know if that was from over this weekend, but they're both kind of, dressed up and looking good and kind of dancing around. Whatever it was. I don't know if that was new, but he was just flaunting it.
He's appearing very relaxed. He's doing imitations of his Jack Sparrow impersonation outside of the court when he's coming out. People are.
Well, he knows he's got the favor of the people.
Well, I don't even know if it's about the money anymore. I think he was trying to win his reputation back.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. And remind America how much we love Johnny Depp. And the people at the trial are eating it up, and he's giving them what they want, Jack Sparrow.
You'll always be the Captain Jack Sparrow.
He's still around somewhere. I see him now and again. He shows up now and again.
Love you, Johnny.
But are we sure he's just not talking in his regular voice?
Yeah, I can't tell the difference anymore. It's the exact same.
There's so many people that are out there vying for one of the spots in the courtroom. People are fighting over spots.
Yeah, how does that work? Because I'm always seeing all these people who do not look like they belong in the courtroom. They look like they are there.
It's a lottery.
Yeah, 100.
Anybody can
There's
go.
100 slots every day, so people are trying to get one of those 100 slots every day to get in.
Crazy.
And it's a clown show. Anybody can go in there.
It's a clown show.
Yeah. Mike Tyson finally breaking his silence about his confrontation on the JetBlue flight that was out of control. Here he is on a podcast talking about it.
I mean, Mike just came from a nightmare on the plane. Like,
Yes, and they said they ain't gonna pick up charges.
Yeah, so you good.
Yes, yeah.
You survived.
I mean, man,
you kept your poise for a long time.
Yeah, I
man.
took pictures with the. And I'm just saying, this guy don't know I love. I shouldn't even be taking public planes. But my wife gets mad that I take public planes.
Yeah. Yeah, he said, you didn't hear that. He was bleeping with me, man. I took pictures with this N. Yeah, and he said that he knows there's always a chance that somebody's going to be overly excited. And this dude is now taking on an attorney, so no word on whether or not he's going to try to now sue Mike Tyson that they're not going to press charges.
I don't think he can.
It's thrown out.
I think they are saying that it is getting thrown out. I thought he's not getting in trouble for it.
Good.
It should. Bueno o Malo. That is the name of the game that we have here, and Virginia is the one who gets to play today.
Please guess wrong. You know what I mean? It's such a letdown. You ever want to sneeze and you have to sneeze so bad, but the sneeze doesn't come?
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a letdown.
I know. Virginia just, I don't know what it is. She just seems to have this knack, and I don't know that she knows a ton of Spanish, but for some reason, she just always seems to choose right here.
I don't know a ton of Spanish.
She's just that good.
We just want her to lose, Kevin.
I know you do.
Okay, we have Evelyn back in here today. She's going to be delivering the lines. You're going to have two different options here, Virginia. One of them is going to be good. One of them is going to be bad. Listen for some context clues and maybe some words here to decipher which one of these is the good option and which one is not.
Hey, Evelyn.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for coming back in, Evelyn.
Hola.
Okay. Would you read option one for Virginia in Bueno o Malo?
Okay. Tu peor pesadilla está a punto de hacerse realidad cuando te inyectamos un poco de colorante alimentario en la boca con un color que odias.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
That is great, huh?
Okay.
Gosh, that sounds great. Sounds so good. Okay, what is the second option that we have here, Evelyn?
Obtienes una golosina escamosa que está ligeramente glaciada y está hecha con ingredientes naturales.
Wow. I mean,
yeah.
I don't even.
It's amazing. It's just kind of like, wait, what?
Virginia looks shook.
Okay.
I was looking for context clues and I didn't get anything.
None. I know.
Not even a bit.
I was trying to hear something. I couldn't. That's great. You did an awesome job.
Okay, nothing is jumping out of Virginia, so this is really just a crapshoot here.
Total crapshoot.
Do you need to hear those paragraphs again?
Yeah, can I get them one more time? Not that it's going to help, but...
All right, I got you. This is option one.
Option one. Okay.
Tu peor pesadilla está a punto de hacerse realidad cuando te inyectamos un poco de colorante alimentario en la boca con un color que odias.
Okay.
How'd that help you?
Something about in your mouth.
Well, it is a bit about your mouth.
We put everything in your mouth.
So good job. We bien.
In your mouth doesn't help.
Okay, and then option 2, Evelyn.
Obtienes una golosina escamosa que está ligeramente glaciada y está hecha con ingredientes naturales.
Okay. All right.
Naturales. Natural ingredients.
Okay.
I think I'm going to... crapshoot. I'm going to go 1.
Okay. All right. Get option 1 ready for Virginia. Okay. Here we go, Virginia. Open up. You got the blindfold on.
Open up real big, Virginia.
Did you choose Bueno o Malo? This is what we're going to find out here.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ice the kicker. I'm waiting for my cameraman.
Oh, okay. All right. Here we go. Virginia has chosen option 1 in Bueno o Malo. Did she choose good or bad from the Spanish description?
Open.
Why are you touching me?
You gotta open.
Oh, you don't want to be touched. You don't want to be touched.
Are you touching me?
You gotta open your mouth. You gotta turn your head.
He's
and
getting
open your
very
mouth.
forceful here.
Go,
okay.
Open your
All
mouth.
right, open up. Open wide. Okay. All right. Bird is getting the stuff
Why
in
is
there.
it leaking?
Okay.
Why is it all over my boobs?
Well, because Bird did it, you know.
What is that?
Okay. What do you think? What's the flavor like? Do you think you got good or bad, Virginia?
It doesn't have any
Well,
flavor.
look at the camera.
There's no
See-
flavor?
Look at this. There
Okay,
you go.
take your blindfold off and then look at the camera then, and you can figure out.
All over me.
Well, that's why I wanted you to lean over.
Okay.
Oh, it's blue dye. You douchebag.
Look, it was not.
It was blue dye or apple pie, basically.
Look at her mouth.
Yes.
She hates blue.
She hates blue. Her mouth is completely blue. Her teeth are blue. Her
She's got.
lips are blue.
She has bluebies. She's got
The-
blue boobies.
The translation said, your worst nightmare is about to come true as we shoot some food coloring in your mouth with a color you hate. That was it. Chaodias. That was the key context word there.
Hashtag bluebies.
Yes. And the second option was you get a flaky treat that is lightly glazed and it's made with natural ingredients. That was the ingredientes naturales.
I gotta tell you though, blue does look good on you. I never see you in blue.
It's not. Oh my gosh, you look like a zombie. Oh, that's terrifying, actually. I can see why you hate it. Oh my gosh. Oh.
He was so generous with it.
Oh, he
Well, I
was
was
so
try-
excited.
I
He was so excited.
was
you
trying
got-
to lean your head down so I didn't get it on your bluebies, but
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Oh, he was just so he couldn't help himself. He's so excited, Virginia. Drew Malo.
For those who don't know, Virginia hates blue.
Always been her thing.
Hates it.
Always been her thing.
Blue
so
food.
much.
Yeah, because why? You say it looks like you're dead, right?
Right.
And it does.
It doesn't come
does.
off. It stays on.
Yes.
It was a group decision to do this, not just a bird thing, so do not be throwing the water.
No.
I got a full cup for you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much to Evelyn for helping us along with our round of Bueno o Malo. Well, is this a little too much or is this a great life experience? Got an email. Somebody wanted to know if their kids should be watching their siblings' home birth. It says, my friend and his wife are having a home birth, and he was telling me that his wife wants to let their 9-year-old daughter and 7-year-old son be in the room to see their new brother or sister being born. The kids really want to be there, and he's on the fence not knowing if this is going to scar the kids. His wife is, kind of granola, and she thinks it's all beautiful. I didn't know really what to tell him because it's like, I don't know. Is that good for kids to see? 7 and 9, boy and girl, seeing the home birth of their sibling. Virginia, do you think that is a lovely experience, or is that something that would be freaky and traumatic for children?
I would not want the other kids there.
I don't want to see Becky come out of my mom.
Personally, I think it's a little much.
Also, never mind. I can't say that.
I just, Magnolia came into the room right after her brother was born.
Okay.
And I think that's cool, but things could go wrong during the birth, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be painful and dramatic, and they're screaming, and I don't know. It's just a lot for a kid.
It does seem like that. Now, I'm not a child psychologist. I don't know. Having a home birth is something that already kind of makes me nervous.
Me too. I'm afraid of home births, and I know a lot of people do them, and they're like, it's not a big deal. But if anything goes wrong, I want to be in the hospital. I don't want to be in a baby pool in my living room.
I just remember being a little kid and seeing some kind of either picture or a quick video of a birth process, and it reminded me of lasagna, and it freaked me out as a kid. And I think I would not have. I don't know.
Does
man.
everything remind you of food?
Yes. Little Jaybird would not have handled that well. We love lasagna. We ate lasagna a lot.
He's like, oh my gosh, you just gave birth to lasagna.
I love my little sister.
Yeah. At least you know what's for dinner. I have Suits put up a poll because I'm just kind of curious where a lot of people are set. Do you think it is weird to have your kids witness their siblings' home birth? Yes or no? And would you do it? I guess that's a better question. Would you let your kids see their siblings' home birth?
It's a very personal choice, and I get it. If your family is just that way and you are, able to not scream and curse while you're having your baby.
Yeah.
More power to you. I mean, because there's no epidural either at a home birth. I mean, it's going to be pretty painful.
As far as messing them up long term, I'm not sure it's going to mess them up long term. I'm sure they're going to be like,
Yeah.
it was a little traumatic as a kid, but does it screw them up completely?
That is the question. Yeah, like I said, I need to get some other expert opinions on this. Julie had said, it's too much. It was hard for my husband, so I can only imagine kids seeing that.
I mean, I do think it's too much.
It is too much. And a home birth is very different. You don't have the pain meds that you have in the hospital.
Well, what do you have? You have a midwife? Is that what it is when you do that?
Usually, yeah. You have like a midwife that's there and like coaching you through it, but you can't have the epidural. And like the epidural is amazing.
Somebody saying...
You love it, huh?
Amazing, huh?
It's the best thing.
How can you get some of that when you're not pregnant?
When you're having contractions, it hurts so bad. And when they come in and give you the epidural, you can't feel them anymore.
Instantly, does it work? Within a minute?
Yeah. For me, it was pretty quick that they was like, okay, pain gone.
Because there's been some things they've put in my body where I go, wow, that's working alarmingly quick.
Yes. Better living through pharmaceuticals. I believe in it.
Somebody said, I'm 37. I saw a friend give birth at 25, and I'm good. I couldn't imagine being little and seeing that.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Most home births use doulas?
Yep, doulas.
Not a midwife. What the hell's the difference?
I don't know that there's much difference.
Okay.
I know there's not a doctor or a nurse usually. It's usually just a birthing professional, and they are great. Doulas are awesome. I want to be in the hospital. God forbid it goes down and something goes bad for me or for baby.
If I knew how to deliver a bit, let's say I was married and my wife had the baby and I knew how to deliver it at home. We deliver it. It's fine. We don't tell anybody about what just happened. Can that happen? Can you deliver your baby and not report it? Do you have to?
That's a good question. I think that you have to report it because you have to get the baby a social security number. You have to have a birth certificate. So it has to be reported.
But just with the percentages of that happening, it's probably happened before. Someone's given birth and not reported it.
And then you set that baby up to never be able to have anything in life.
Right. Or do you
no
set
car, no job, no
yeah.
citizenship, no life.
Or do you set that baby up to be untraceable? Can do whatever it wants to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no trace of this baby.
I don't know if that's an advantage, though.
Is it a disadvantage?
Jaybird and his shady baby.
Yeah. The kid that doesn't exist.
It's kind of creepy.
It is.
Mm-hmm. One text says, I don't think there's anything wrong with observing a home birth. It's a natural part of life, especially if you explain what's going on in advance to the kids. The only thing I'm not okay with is when the kids and spouses then get into the water after the birth with all the fluids. Barf. That is not cool or sanitary.
I get that it's natural, and everyone always falls behind that. So is pooping, but I don't want to see my mom poop either.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right now, there's somebody thinking they would have liked to seen your mom poop.
But you always hide behind that umbrella of, it's natural. Well, I get that it's natural. Doesn't mean it's not gross. And I'm not saying birth is gross. Don't email me.
It's just a lot. It's a lot. A lot of stuff comes out, including poop. You want to bring up poop? I pooped during Rocco's birth, and I didn't realize it till after.
That whole thing where we got to tell each other everything, I don't know. If,
shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
No.
I think we should maybe rewind.
That would go in the category of, that's, we don't need to know that part.
Let's walk that back.
Yeah. The question here, would you let your kids witness their siblings' home birth? 85% are saying no in the KVJ TV chat room.
And 15% are free.
You're free, yeah.
Spirit.
It's beautiful.
It's natural.
All right, you're a little bit too granola.
Uh-huh.
I love a hospital.
Okay, well, that's where people are set.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Now I wanted to start off a Monday morning finding out that there is an asteroid 4 times the size of the Empire State Building that is heading towards Earth. Wait, what? They say that it is going to be swinging by our planet on Friday and will miss us, they hope, by 2.5 million miles.
Let me guess, and NASA just found out.
Well, they're just letting us know. I don't know when they knew, but here's the one thing about it. NASA is labeling it as, quote, potentially hazardous. I don't like that part of it.
I don't like that at all.
Potentially hazardous. So they think it's going to miss us by 2.5 million miles, but I don't know.
What if they're off by 1 million here
We
or
put
there?
Bob on it. He's not real good.
What if it hits something else?
But what if Bob, the guy that's on this, has been drinking a little bit lately, and he's off 1 million
Absolutely.
or 2?
I want your most sober employee.
Like 10 million, you go, okay, that's a lot. 2 million?
2.5 million. Yeah, that's how much he's going to miss us by. And yeah, you're right. Is it going to ping off like the moon or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if it hits like other stuff? Like there's satellites and stuff. Like
I don't think they're that far out.
Would you want to know if it was coming here by Friday to destroy Earth, or would you rather just say, you know what, let it hit me?
Just let it hit me.
I'm the same way.
Yeah,
I don't want to know.
I don't want to. I mean, I'm not going to sleep until. I'm not going to
I
sleep
wanna
until I
know.
die.
I want to know. I want to just. I got a few ducks to put in order.
You need to tell the people you love them now.
Yes.
Do it now.
Well, I have a lot.
We'll just send a mass text out.
Yeah. If you're on this thread, I love you. If not,
Like, I'm sorry. In the course of a month, I might get to everybody, but it's going to take me a month.
I'm with Kevin, man. If I only have a little bit of time left, I'm going to be thinking and obsessed with, oh, man, this doom is coming.
Yeah, I don't want
the
that.
pain, what's it going to feel like? No,
I don't want that. No.
Just hit me with it,
Just
baby.
let me keep living, and I'm good.
No.
Well, we were talking about the monkeypox earlier. First documented case in Florida happened in Broward County from an international traveler. He's quarantined right now, so that's all good. It does sound like you have to have sustained contact with somebody with the monkeypox to get it.
So dry humping, you would get monkeypox.
Yes, and that's why there's a little problem in Belgium. There are 3 confirmed cases of monkeypox have been linked to a large-scale gay fetish festival. So that's the kind of stuff that's going to spread the monkeypox. So just maybe this week, cancel that gay fetish festival and, pick it up next week maybe.
So much touching.
Yes, that's the only thing. So if someone has lesions, which should be just a good rule of life anyway, don't be touching people with lesions.
If you got lesions, you may not be able to borrow my sweater.
Yes, that's it. Don't loan your clothes to people with lesions.
Just so they clear up.
Yeah. Should be a good rule for everybody. Don't know if you saw the video of the bull that escaped the Redding, California rodeo on Friday night and leapt over a fence and struck 6 people in the process.
Whoa.
I don't think that bull wanted to play anymore.
5 people suffered minor injuries and 1 person needed hospitalization in the whole thing. 22-year-old Tianis Jones was arrested on Friday after throwing a tantrum at a McDonald's in Lakeland, Florida that included her calling 911 and then twerking her way out the door.
Did you hear our boy talk about it?
Yes, our boy is Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd, who always loves doing these pressers, and Grady Judd's always got something very entertaining to say. Here's what he said about this case.
They have it ready, but because it was a special order, they confused some things, and they asked her, pull up to window 3. We'll fix it for you really quick. Well, she got McMad.
I'm at McDonald's. I'm 5 months pregnant. I want my money. They're trying to treat me out my money.
I don't know what was wrong with her that night. I don't know if she was like 2 fries short of a Happy Meal, but she created a McMess. She pulls her shirt up. There you go. There's a little twerk on the way out the door.
She did. She twerked out the door, destroyed the place, and then twerked out.
What a finishing move.
It's a move.
Yep. Old Grady Judd. Not in my county.
There's more to that clip, too. It goes off pretty lengthy. He mix it up a lot. Mick does this, Mick does that.
Okay.
He knows how to be a sound clip.
Yeah, he's good at it.
He does.
A Port St. Lucie bodybuilder, Zachary Barton, got busted in a $245,000 disability scam after telling the VA he could only lift 10 pounds and then proceeded to post a whole bunch of social media pictures of him and his wife pumping iron in very heavy weight.
Yes.
You're so stupid.
Some of these people are so dumb. They're claiming they got either disability or they can't walk, and they love to run out of their house. They like to do lawn work, Virginia. It's always on video.
He said because of combat experience, he had arm and leg weakness that prevented him from lifting weights, and he hasn't been able to lift them since 2010. But then they started looking on social media, and they're like, dude, it's all over the place. Eventually, prosecutors had enough of a case against him that they were able to press charges, and he pled guilty on Thursday in West Palm Beach federal court to theft of government funds from a federal agency. He's going to be sentenced on August 11th. Got a man in Ohio that was charged with a DUI last week for operating an Amish buggy while intoxicated. Apparently, he was passed out and going down the wrong side of the road.
Oh, boy.
And then crashed into a deputy's car.
Oh.
What?
Got a drunk Amish guy passed out in a buggy. Whoa. Hey. Hey. Wake up. There's a Bud Light can sitting in there, and he passed clean out.
That's what he did for me.
He'll go home. The horse knows how to get home. He's passed clean out. He's slumped over. I'm going to see if I can get in front of him and slow down. We might have it stopped. Nope. Disregard. He just rammed it into my car.
Oh.
Disregard. He just ran it into my car. It sounded like he was going to let him go because he's like, the horse will get him home.
It did.
Yes.
Wow, that cop really had a lot of trust in that horse.
He really did. That's amazing,
I'm kind of surprised the horse didn't stop.
Yeah, that is kind of odd. What the heck's going on there?
That officer sounded a lot like Dr. Phil.
That's what I thought, too. I thought it was a clip from Phil at first. You're right, he does.
Got a drunk Amish guy passed out in a buggy.
Yes. Well, there's a court in England that just awarded a 51-year-old cashier over $90,000 in compensation after everybody at her work was invited to a happy hour except for her. She only found out about the happy hour because her coworkers talked about it right in front of her. She's also of mixed race and had complained about discrimination before. So the judge said that that was one of the reasons why the people didn't want her there. And age also was a factor. So many reasons they were apparently discriminating against her. She resigned in December and filed a lawsuit in February. And they said that excluding her from happy hour forced her to lose the opportunity to bond with colleagues, all worth $90K. Not a bad takeaway.
Oh, man. I just see that businesses and companies that still do drinking.
Happy hour.
Well, drinking with employees. I'm surprised it still happens as much as it does. Because what bad could happen with employees getting together and drinking too much?
Yeah. I know,
lot.
right? A lot. Absolutely.
I mean, we've seen it.
We've seen it recently.
We've seen it. We've seen it a lot, actually.
And finally here today, more than 2,000 students from 3 Vigo County, Indiana high schools gathered to attempt a Guinness World Record for the largest game of Duck, Duck, Goose.
Ooh.
That sounds fun.
How many people?
It was over 2,000.
I don't think I want to get that number. That's a lot of people to try to get in the parking lot.
And they had to play for at least 16 minutes to break the world record.
Oh, they would definitely shut me down within 3. If I try to get 2,000 people in our parking lot here at work.
You could do it in a sanctioned area, though.
Yeah.
I feel like you could totally break that.
Well, there's a bunch of them that does require a lot of people for them, and I think they would be fun, but yeah, we'd have to go somewhere to do it. It'd be fun, though.
Yeah.
Sure, you could do like the Meyer Amphitheater.
Exactly. If there's one, is there a telephone booth around? There's the record of the most people fit in a telephone booth. I want to try to break that.
Yeah, good luck
What's
finding
the
one.
record?
It's like, I think it's like 9. I think we can get it. I know. Good luck finding a telephone.
Yeah.
We've looked. We can't find one.
They're hard to come by. Well, what do you think is the most popular pizza chain in all of Florida? You both took a guess at this. And how fun would it be, Virginia, if you get it right and Jaybird gets it wrong?
Oh, boy. I can't take pizza from him. That would just be cold.
Yeah. Now, your choice, Virginia, was...
I picked Pizza Hut just to be different. But, for the record, I think the Domino's pan pizza is quite special. And I love the Domino's app. I love how you can customize your own pie. They have it where you can do like a white sauce now on the app.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a big fan.
Well, Bird went Domino's. I guess he took it away from you. That's what you think is the most popular pizza chain in all Florida, Bird?
Yeah, it doesn't make it right as far as the best, but I think it's the most popular.
Okay. Most popular is Papa
I
John's.
almost said Papa John's.
Wow.
Papa John's is number 1.
Domino's 2?
3.
Pizza Hut's 2?
No. Papa Murphy's.
Who the hell's that?
What is this?
Papa Murphy's.
Who the hell's Papa Murphy?
Sounds very Italian.
It's right. Sounds like it's like a
Irish.
Was it an Irish guy doing pizza?
Top of the morning to tell you, here's my pizza.
I'd try an Irish pizza for sure.
I know you would.
Yeah, somebody's got to vouch for it. They're mainly in Jacksonville in that area, and the closest one to us is in Melbourne. But somehow they must sling enough pies that they are number 2 for the most popular pizza chain in all of Florida.
Papa John's really is good. It's quality, I feel. And that sauce.
Yeah.
Their garlic sauce is better than Domino's, Virginia.
I know.
I said it.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, they got Domino's at number 3. Number 4 is Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Yeah, in Florida.
It's very affordable. That Little Caesars, you can buy a pizza for $5.55.
It's crazy.
Well, I'm noticing Pizza Hut's way down on this list.
Well, they didn't even make the top 5 because they got Marco's Pizza at number 5.
I think sometimes Pizza Hut's sauce can make it a little farty.
Really?
And
they have fart sauce?
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to start a pizza war here. But,
Really?
And you know me, I'm not a gassy person.
This is what is this, an odd phenomenon I've never heard.
Well, I don't know. There's rumors of it making people fart too much, and they're not in the top 5. Coincidence? I don't think so.
Huh. I've never heard that rumor about them.
Well, it's out there.
Wow, okay. And has anybody here tried Marco's Pizza?
No.
I haven't. I've heard of Marco's. I've never tried it.
Yeah, oddly enough, I went by a Marco's. It's never really stood out to me. And I'd seen this list on Friday, and yesterday I looked up and I'm like, hey, there's a Marco's Pizza. There's one on Palm Beach Lake. So they have those here in South Florida.
Really? There's one on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard?
Yeah, there is. It's over by the arena, the former arena.
Wow, color me a
Jehovah's
little
Witness.
embarrassed right now, right? I'm a little ashamed of
it's
myself.
over by the Home Depot.
Huh.
It's over there, close to Congress, Palm Beach Lakes. And you can check it out.
I don't know what I'm going to do today. Am I doing pizza? Is it Pizza Monday or is it Mexican Pizza Monday? Oh, all right, I just solved it.
You're gonna go and buy $35 worth of Mexican pizza and leave it on your car again?
You need to go to Marco's. I can't believe you don't even know it.
There's a lot going on. I'm reeling over here with the pizza news I'm getting.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going on here.
Yay6 in the chat room said, tried Marco's last week. It was probably won't try it again.
Wow.
Huh. And then Jesse says Marco's is great. They use super fresh veggies on the pizza.
Well, Yay6 and Jesse clearly have to wrestle this out.
And then Panchita says Marco's is all right.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
We got 3 opinions and we have no idea if it's good or not.
Bad,
You just got to go and try it yourself because everybody's got a different pizza palate.
They do. And a lot of times with the corporate kind of pizzas, the franchise, you're going to get somebody, people are already going to be kind of like, it's franchise. I want mom and pops. It all tastes the same to me.
Okay.
Guys?
I like consistency. I like it when it tastes the same every time I order it.
No, I'm saying the restaurant tasting the same, but just corporate pizza in general, when you're making it all, served to go right away. What am I trying to say? I don't know. I gotta take a nap. I'm so tired.
Are you putting yourself to bed?
I need a little kid nap.
Did you get to try any of the Taco Bell Mexican pizza, or did you just drive away with
I drove off.
You didn't get a taste.
No,
huh?
I went in, got the food. Was fiddling with my phone like a dumbass, and then I'm trying to do an intro for it, and then I put on the top of my Jeep, drove off.
Did you hear it hit the ground?
I never heard it. That's what's really mind messing with me, because I thought I would have heard it.
No idea.
Had no idea where that thing. It could be on North Lake Boulevard. It could be it.
Litter bug.
Well, accidentally. I didn't do it on purpose.
The birds love it.
The birds love it. Animals love me, Kevin.
I just follow his truck around. Guys, he's going to leave food on there again.
It's true.
It's going to happen.
Hopefully somebody that needed a meal found it.
You hope, but would you, even if you were so super hungry and you found bags full of food, would you eat it?
I don't know. If I was super hungry and it was all looking intact, like how it came packed from Taco Bell, I probably would eat it.
It always comes back down to how hungry are you?
Exactly.
If I am famished, I will eat and do things I never thought was possible.
Yeah. Taco Bell, I haven't heard a lot of reviews on the Mexican pizza. Is it as good as you remembered from 2 years ago when they brought it back last week?
We had Nationers posting it up all weekend. One girl put a picture up there, and the way she caught the sauce with the light hitting it.
Yeah, look good.
It did something to me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha, huh? Were they saying it was good?
Yeah.
Okay, positive.
I mean, I think everyone it's just hype. I've had it a billion times.
Sure. Well, Taco Bell's doing some different stuff. In fact, they're getting ready to test a new breakfast item called a grilled cheese biscuit.
Oh, yes.
It basically looks like a McDonald's sausage biscuit with cheese on top. Now, they've got two versions, a plain buttermilk biscuit with cheddar, mozzarella, and pepper jack cheese melted over the top of it, and one that's cut in half with a sausage patty in the middle. Right now, they're testing it in Knoxville, Tennessee, and it's not clear if they're going to be releasing it nationwide.
I'm seeing a lot of that. I don't know if you've seen it too. They're putting the tag grilled cheese on a lot of things right now. I've seen the taco grilled cheese, the pizza grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese biscuit sounds amazing.
You throw grilled cheese in the mix, and you got a lot of people that
it's
are
very popular stuff, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, very popular. And General Mills has two new takes on Cheerios. If you're looking for some new breakfast food, there's banana caramel Cheerios and honey vanilla Cheerios.
Ooh.
Okay, I kind of got you both going on different ones there.
I like a Cheerio. As long as that Cheerio's got flavor, don't come at me with some weak-ass regular Cheerios. Get the hell out of my house.
Okay.
You got to have some flavor on them.
Got the good stuff, huh?
You do.
Okay.
You okay, Virginia? You look like you
I'm blue. It's really hard for me to think about anything but being blue. I'm sorry. I'm trying, but my teeth are blue.
She lost Bueno or Malo and got blue food dye.
It's in my head.
Some people who don't realize that she hates blue, so they think it's weak punishment. I so stand by this. She's so upset.
I can't not think about the fact that I'm blue.
I can tell by the way. Do you think I was the only one that did the blue? Because I feel like it was a group decision. I feel like she's
feeling it's all birds.
Yeah, I
That's the reason why she's suffering through the blue right now.
I'm suffering. I can feel a cold shoulder from her.
Yeah,
you should.
You can tell it's clanking, Virginia. Yeah, Virginia can't get it out of her head.
I'm so blue.
Yeah, yeah. Got a little song for you to dance to, Virginia.
I can't think about anything else but being blue.
Well, I know what song we're using for our TikTok video.
I will die. I believe I will die.
It doesn't look bad, though.
That is a good color for you.
I can feel it on my teeth, on my lips. My whole right breast, the entire underside is all blue, and it's on my outfit. I can't. It's wrecked my whole day.
Thank you to the KVJ Nation, people who have helped get Bluebies trending, KVJ style.
Bluebies. That's what happens when blue drips down on your tatas.
I told you gotta. I didn't want to get you.
I
well,
didn't know. I didn't understand.
I know.
Yeah. Just got a little messy, huh? Go figure.
I would have done so much different if I knew it was blue dye.
She just has a different look on her. Because I sit right next to her, and I'll say something, and then I look over, and she's just kind of like, yeah. Her brain is stuck into the mode. What do you want for breakfast?
It just my whole day.
Oh, wow. Just wrecked, huh?
Oh, I got to go home. I got to brush my teeth. It's all in my teeth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's you got me.
It's tough stuff. All right. Nice job, Bird.
Yeah.
No, that's just me.
You figured out.
It wasn't Kevin.
You figured it out.
It was everybody.
We know it was
Bird.
you.
It was not.
Way to go, Bird.
Kevin just confirmed it.
Yeah, way to go, Bird. Well, we are sadly saying goodbye to a South Florida legend and icon, Kelly Dunn at WPTV Channel 5. She is really doing what is just unheard of anymore, and I don't know if anybody's ever going to be able to claim what she has done. She is going to be leaving her TV station 36 years after she started, and she started with one TV station and is finishing with that TV station, something we won't even be able to claim when we're done with our whole radio career here in South Florida. So it's just an amazing testament to what she's done and all the big news stories that have happened in South Florida. You've heard out of the mouth of Kelly Dunn, and she is on with us right now. Hello, Kelly.
Hey, Kevin, Virginia, Jason, how you guys doing?
Doing great. We are so sad to see you go, but I'm so happy for you because I know this is a long day coming and you're very excited about your future, but by gosh, we're going to miss you.
Oh, that is very, very sweet. Thank you. I am so excited, and my husband and I have been planning this, you're right, for a while and have been thinking about it and kind of making all the maneuvers to make sure we can do it, and I'm just really thrilled. But it's bittersweet, certainly. This has been my whole life.
Yeah.
Basically. I grew up in Central Florida, and then I continued to grow up in Palm Beach County. So
it is amazing. And what I find, with us doing media as well, just the fact that you have called your shot through your career, it's unheard of that you start and end at the same place and you walk out on your own terms because you were ready and you've got the next phase of your life set up. You and your husband are going to be retiring to the mountains of Western North Carolina, which sounds absolutely amazing. So,
yes, it's as you were saying, Kevin. I don't think it'll happen again because it seems like people getting into media these days, either they won't have the opportunity to be in one place for so long as I did, or they won't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Everything kind of grew up around me. When I started at WPTV in '86. We were the, I think, 68th or 69th media market in the country.
Wow.
And now we're closing in on 35th.
Wow.
So I moved up without moving away.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was able to, start as a young reporter and then move into anchoring and then was able to, thankfully be promoted and do a variety of newscasts. So it's just, a lot of it is luck. A lot of it's being in the right place. And a lot of it's just having the right people in charge that allowed me to grow without having to leave.
It seems like you've done everything right, but if you could go back and talk to 22-year-old Kelly Dunn, is there anything now at the end of your career that you would tell the Kelly Dunn starting her career?
That's a good question, and I have thought about that. I think the only advice I would give her back then would be to be easier on herself.
Okay.
It's a different thing to be kind of in the public eye on not a huge scale. It's not like, I worked on the Today Show or anything, but to be in the public eye for that long and to be judged basically constantly.
Right.
You're every time someone's on TV, someone is judging them, good, bad, indifferent, whatever. And not that it paralyzed me at any time during my career, but I think we all go through life thinking, well, maybe if I were, especially in media when it's, it's a visual medium, it's, your looks are on display,
right,
and you're compared to other people. So I think I would have been just easier on myself. Again, I don't feel like I lost a lot of time. I wasn't so stuck in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there are times that, we all doubt ourselves, and you know what? You just have to get in there, do it, believe in yourself, and be happy.
Now, when we left West Palm Beach for Miami, you are the person that did the interview with us on Channel 5. And when you were doing the interview, in the back of your head, were you thinking, these suckers are so going to fail? We'll see them back here in a year.
Because our bosses were thinking that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No, my thought was, watch out, Miami.
Oh, yeah, no, that
Here
was
they come.
that was a good warning, yes. And Jaber was talking about...
I got it completely confused. I coached Laurel Sauer's kid.
Oh,
Not
okay.
Kelly Dunn, yeah. I apologize. I misspoke.
Okay.
Imagine that, me blowing the facts. but Kelly's awesome.
Well, she is a 6-time Emmy Award-winning journalist. She's currently co-anchoring the 5, 6, and 11 newscast. And coming up on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, they're going to be doing a 1-hour special all dedicated to your career, Kelly. Is there a story from South Florida or a moment that seems to stand out, something that you covered? Because I think about it when I got here, the whole hanging Chad thing was going on. And for me, that was big. And that's, 22 years ago now. But is there something that trumps that story that you covered here in South Florida?
Me personally, there is one story that really sticks out, and it was right around that time, actually, around the hanging Chad time. I had been lucky enough to do a story on a grandmother from, it was Lake Worth at the time, not Lake Worth Beach, Pam Bergsma, and she was on a mission to inform parents about this eye cancer. It was eye cancer of the retinoblastoma. And at the time, way back before iPhones and, cameras are now on everybody's phone, obviously, you'd take a flash picture and sometimes you'd get the red eye glare back. And it was like, I've ruined the picture. Well, as it turned out, what this grandmother learned after her grandson died of this eye cancer was that sometimes in flash photography, you could photograph the tumor growing in the eye.
Wow.
And it was just it was crazy. You'd see this little white, opaque kind of reflection instead of the red eye. The red eye turned out to be a really good thing. Anyway, she learned about it after little Joey died, and then she just embarked on this mission, continues to today, as a matter of fact, of letting people know about these early infant eye exams that need to take place in order to spot it, probably now more than ever because of smartphones and cameras where you don't get the red eye reflection. That story was seen by another grandmother in South Florida who happened to be going through her photographs of her granddaughter at Disney World and found a white dot picture, and literally because of the story took her little granddaughter to the eye doctor, saved her eyesight, saved her life. I was like, okay, game over. If anything I had anything to do with help save the life of a child, that was probably the biggest of my career.
I got a quick question, Kev. So you've been in the media. Obviously, you got a lot of reports from people who saw UFOs, aliens, stuff like that, whether they were real or not. Your personal belief, does Kelly Dunn believe that we are not alone in the planet, or not alone? Do you believe in aliens?
From one Emmy Award-winning journalist.
I get excited when I talk about aliens. I'm sorry.
The universe is so huge. How can there not be other life out there? So I definitely believe in them. And let me just say, Jason, I'm going to the mountains of Western Carolina. I think there's also Bigfoot.
Yeah, I love it.
Look at this.
Awesome. Kelly, you enjoy a well-deserved retirement, and you and your husband have an amazing time. And thank you for all the service that you've given to South Florida for 36 years.
Oh, I just love you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for always being so fun, and I've enjoyed it every time I've seen you, whether it was at Komen or in the studio or just listening to you on the radio. All the best, and thank you for all the years of entertainment and laughs.
Well, thank you so much. Kelly Dunn, her special on WPTV this Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Check it out. Kelly, great talking to you and great knowing you.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Okay.
Boy, it's a little intimidating asking those kind of questions to
Yeah,
a major news person.
You got somebody that is an Emmy award-winning journalist, and here you go bringing the heavy stuff.
Well, I choked on my question. It wasn't very newsworthy of me.
You literally tripped on your tongue.
I really did.
Oh, yeah, baby. Working our way through a Monday. Jaybird has got a lot of stuff that you want to be checking out today video-wise. You get to see what the whole Megacon was like in Orlando that he and Denny's went to over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm just about done editing that. That should drop before I leave this building.
Okay, and I am super pumped to see what happened in the taste test between the White Castle and the Crystal Burgers. And you said there is an easy runaway winner.
Clear-cut winner with 4 people in the car. Now, you won't see everybody taste them. It's me and Denny's doing it.
Okay.
But everybody agreed that one was reigned supreme over the other.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you didn't have any votes for the other one. Everybody voted for the one that you agreed.
Yes.
That is clear cut.
Clear cut, man.
If you've got 4 people and they all vote the same way, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. It was fun doing the Megacon and then having a side extra little thing. I don't want to talk about it too much. I don't want to give away the results.
Do we want to put money on it? Was it White Castle or was it Crystal?
That's a fun bet.
Which one do you think won, Kevin?
White Castle, no doubt. White Castle blew them away.
Really?
Yeah, it's no doubt, no joke. Because I always hear people talking about White Castle. That's why they build the world's largest White Castle in Orlando. So many people there that come in from all over the place, and people rave about White Castle. I've never heard anybody be like, "Oh my gosh, the Crystal Burgers." I've never heard that comment ever. Like, nobody's ever raved about that. Nobody's gone way out of their way to get
Crystal is more of a thing in the South, where White Castle is more of a thing like in the North.
Yeah, but I've been in the South for 23 years.
Yeah.
See, I'm afraid to give I want to talk so bad about this segment, but I'm gonna give away so much stuff if I do.
Yeah.
I've not had a great show today.
I can't wait to see the video.
Tomorrow we'll comment on it. We'll have the video hopefully up and ready for you today. So check it out. On all of our platforms, we post videos different places, and it may eventually get posted to the platform you use. So if you're on Facebook, Instagram, you got TikTok, you got Twitter, all those, we try to get the videos up there eventually, even if you don't get to see it. Tonight is a really big night in South Florida sports. The Heat are going to be playing the Celtics tonight in Boston, Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Oh my gosh, what a game on Saturday night. It got very physical and nasty, and the Heat pulled out the win. They got a 2-1 lead in the best-of-7 series, but Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero, 2 big stars for the Heat, are both questionable for tonight's game. And I don't know what the heck is going on with the Florida Panthers, but they're 1 game away from getting swept out of the playoffs by the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Ooh.
They got blown out 5-1, and there's a scathing article about them in today's Sun Sentinel about they're just not trying. No heart, no energy, no nothing. So, yeah, it's not been a good showing in this round. So, we'll see. All right, here's the moment you've been waiting for all morning long. Jaybird to drop a mind bomb on you and his thought for the day.
Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm.
I see all these people that are doing these commencement speeches. Virginia, why is Jaybird not doing a commencement speech? I mean, things like that.
There'll be failure after failure. There'll be stutter after stutter. But, baby, don't quit.
That's right.
Keep it going.
That's right. Come on, schools. Who's going to do it? Palm Beach State? FAU?
He's available.
No loss of enthusiasm on my end.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.